And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the one and only Rebar Show with your main man, JP motherfucking Fingers. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get this out of the way with real quick. Big shit out, United Cigars. Live United, smoke United, get you some. Be United. We got Sir Louis Cigars, the big dog, the doggy. Swing that big boutique dick around. Hit them up, Sir Louis Cigars at Instagram. We got Human Smart, the 69 boys over and up on there on the door. Take care of your cigars, take care of yourself. Do it easy. Promo code REBAR. What else we got? We got Bearded Buffalo. Not showing a lot of it right now. A little regrowth. It's happening. It's coming back. Take care of your skin. Take care of yourself. Promo code REBAR. We got the boys that'll mail cigars to your doorstep monthly. Hit up Luxury Cigar Club for the monthly subscription. Promo code REBAR. Get you some. Treat yourself. Take care of yourself. I'm about to do a fucking solo episode. I'm doing a solo. See, it's harder right now because I'm always had somebody to talk for me. But now you may think I'm doing it by myself, but I'm not. I got a special guest coming on. Two-time repeating guest. We're gonna get this going. You gotta be fucking kidding me. There we go. People keep fucking calling me when I'm trying to do something. Why are you calling me? Like, stop. I declined it. Get the hint. Get the hint. Get it. Take it. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting co-host for the one and only Rebar Show, coming out of Welland, Ontario, now lives in St. Catharines, just down the road from me. We got Dylan fucking Roberts. Woo! Oh. Fuck. Tempting to reconnect. See how it's gone. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are fucking off. We are good. We're good. We're here. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Rebar Show with JP Fingers, co-host. Dylan here. Jack, we're here.
Jack. On the list.
I've done one solo episode before in my entire life. Never done it with a fresh person, a new person. I think the only way to fucking start this is before you're gonna get the disclaimer, classic old shit, same old shit. But we gotta do something. It's a fucking Rebar ritual.
Rebar ritual, yeah.
Did you take one of those home?
I did.
All right, good.
This one's not coming home with me. This is staying.
I'm
just borrowing it for the exact moment. And what did you tell me last time? You had a...
So tilt it like this a little bit?
No. Last time I went to turn it this way.
This
and you
right up. Right up.
So that side.
Yeah. And if you want to do it...
Every time I did it before like this, because I can pull the tab easier.
As you're pulling it up, though, this is up. If it's sideways, it's already wanting to come out that way.
Okay, fair enough. That's why I was asking how you told me to do it last time.
You know what? We might as well do the one and only Rebar tutorial right now.
Yeah.
So I grabbed something that I like to drink. It doesn't matter what it is.
Either one.
Put it in a can or Twisted or American Vintage. We're the boys of summer. Hold it so the tab is facing down, like such, right? Get yourself one of these handy dandy shotgun tools.
These things are
they're fucking good.
By the way, if anybody can you see this?
Yeah, they can fucking see it.
Yo, these things.
Fucking handy. Locks onto the can just like this. Boom! Look at that.
That's crazy.
All right, so we got this. Lock it on.
No more juicy keys.
Car
when you're trying to put your freaking house key in the door, and you're like, why the fuck is it not? Oh yeah, because I was shotgunning fucking Twisted Teas.
All right, tap down, lock it in, tilt it down a little bit, right, and then all your pressure on your thumb right there.
I'm gonna pull it up a bit too.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? You can force it down. I force it down with my thumb usually, right?
Yeah.
Remember this: the bigger the mouth hole, the better the flow.
The deeper you're getting there.
That's for shotguns, and then we just go like this. We go cheers.
Cheers, bud.
All right, let's go. That's a shotgun, ladies and gentlemen. That's a shotgun. And that's a shotgun tutorial.
Of tasty stuff. But honestly, I'm not usually the biggest fan of shotguns. Of shotguns, yes, I like. But it depends on what it is. Because if you get a beer like a tall boy or something that's too cold and you don't get that shotgun going right.
Oh, cold shotgun's fucking horrible.
That first sip, if it doesn't go down smooth, the rest of it hurts and it's just not. It's not enjoyable. It's not.
What it is with beer, I can't shotgun the beer to save my life. I mean, I can shotgun beer, but it's nothing compared to me doing this. What it is when you shotgun beer, you can't hold any of it in your mouth. You have to go automatic throat because it's carbonated, so it hits your mouth and then it's recarbonating in there, and then you let it down your throat hole, and then it goes down into your stomach and it just starts burning. So if you just go straight to your throat with it, you're not getting the carbonation until it hits your stomach, and then you're still probably gonna burp and it's gonna be foam.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I feel like you're gonna freaking Ralph it out right there.
100%.
You know what? Down for that.
Enough with this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one only Rebar Show. JP Fingers, Dylan. Dylan. All right. We are going to say
something better pending.
Right. We are going to say some stupid shit. We might say some shit that offends you. We might piss you off. We might not piss you off. You might agree with us. You might not agree with us. But you know what? In no way is it affiliated with any of our sponsors of the show. And I mean, I'm doing well in that department. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, I said it, man. I look like a fucking NASCAR. I got shirts out there. I got shirts out there. Literally T-shirts with NASCAR logos on them.
That's pretty sick. That's actually.
I mean, but shout out to Beers Buffalo for running my entire online store.
Yeah, both of us are a little lacking in that department these days.
100%. Yeah. But I mean, you know what?
Sometimes you got to clean up, though, man. Honestly,
it's coming back. I've never gotten so many compliments at work in my entire life.
Have you talked about how this right now? I think it's not a good stigma. The whole like taking care of yourself as a guy thing is in a lot of situations. Have you talked about anything like that before?
I think I've preached about how big I am on that.
Well, like it sucks in a lot of situations where like you talk about taking like whatever it may be, taking care of yourself wise. A lot of cases it's like, oh man, that's ridiculous. That sounds like did you go with your girlfriend for like this and that? And it's like, you know what, man?
Here's how I think of it though, right? You got a girl, I got a girl, right?
I like having a companion.
You know what? Imagine if your girl didn't take care of herself. She's a smelly box, random hairs growing out everywhere. Her nails on her fucking toes, she's rubbing them on you and they're all fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like her fingernails, she's like, oh, sorry, that's a fucking hangnail I'm hitting you with. Yeah. Right? That's not cool. Like, that's gross, right? But you look at it and it's like, you obviously, like, here's the crazy thing. To women, no matter what, you appeal to them. However you are, right? Some things appall them a little bit, but you still appeal to them.
That's basic instinct for the
right?
baby makers.
If you number one, if you smell good, she's gonna want to have sex with you.
Good smelling is
number
key,
one.
man.
If you're fucking maintained, they're gonna be all over that.
Yep.
And it's just you got to invest into your body. Your body makes you money, but if you just beat your body up, your body's gonna break down one day, and then you're not gonna be able to make that money for it. So take care of your body. I mean, it's good for you. It's good for yourself. I'm going to get a mani-pedi once the shit opens up.
Oh, dude, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I went for this crazy mafia haircut. It's never been a thing for me until all this pandemic shit's been going on and people aren't allowed to get their hair cut in a normal store anymore or a barbershop or anywhere.
Just can't live a normal life.
You can't live the normal life, right? So I ended up going for this mafia style basement of this apartment thing. Like, it ended up being nice. Don't get me wrong. It's not some Drury dungeon, but getting there was kind of dungeony. And then all of a sudden we walked into this well put together, nice little, like if I'd have just woken up in this place, I'd have thought I'd walked into a nice little hair salon. Like, it was nicely done. Yeah. And this woman was absolutely amazing. And she cut my hair. And then after the haircut, I had no idea this was even happening. Next thing you know, she's standing over me and she's got threads and she's got like this spool of thread there and the whole 9 yards. And then she like, oh, lean your head back. And next thing you know, she's threading and slicing hairs off my face.
That's a trade, by the way. That is a trade.
It is. It was cool as hell because I was like watching in the mirror while she's like doing this thing and she had them all perfect. And once I realized how precisely she was like cleaning me up everywhere with these things, I was like, that is something I would do again. But it's not something that would come up having beers with the boys. You going to get your eyebrows threaded tonight, bud? Yeah, I think I am. But you know what?
You know what? Like, oh, see you at the threaders.
That's what I mean.
So that's a funny thing too, right?
It sounds ridiculous, but some of that stuff is actually wonderful, man. I would do it again.
You touched on this, right? Big thing. I'm like, you know what? I got to go get a haircut and shave. They're like, oh, you said haircut. Like, don't you go to a barber? I'm like, yeah, it's a female barber. They're like, oh, female barber, and I'm like, I've been going to her for 4 years now.
Not only that, man.
What does it matter? Like, ooh, haircut. And I'm like, I'm sitting here at work, right, and guys are giving me this shit. I'm like, you're bald. You're fucking thinning so fucking far. Like,
yeah, you can't talk any shit.
And I'm like, you're fucking worried about where I go to get a fucking nice lineup, nice shit. Like, don't worry about that. Like, don't worry about that. And then when I look like this, you're the first guy like, oh, yo, you look good like that. You look good. Like, yeah, like, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't fucking gonna look good.
At the end of the day, man,
It's your own body.
I'm actually surprised that you just said what you said about somebody busting a bag about a female barber. Because if anything, I would trust a woman to say honestly whether or not I look like a fucking idiot.
That's
More
it, right?
so than a dude.
You could be like, I want this, right? You could be like, I want a mullet, but they're gonna make a suitable mullet.
That's it. And not
You
even
know, you go to
that,
a buy and a guy, and the guy's just gonna go off the side of your head, and he's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Oh.
And then him and the boys are gonna laugh later about how he came in for this mullet and he just shaved the side of your head and charged you $50. Whereas a girl's actually gonna like.
I've gone to a bunch
make you look fresh as fuck.
I've gone to a bunch of actual barbers, right? Not the same experience as going with a girl. Like I don't know. She's a lot younger than me. I don't want to say I'm friends with her, but like we have a good relationship.
You've developed a good.
Yo, is it? When can you get me in? Like, you good for this day? She's like, yeah, cool. Like this time, I'm like, yeah, cool. Thanks. Boom. Like I e-transfer her. Like that's, the relationship we have. Like every time, nice tip, nice tip, nice tip. She's like, oh no, like no, it's cool. Like you took me in like this. You don't have to do this. You fit me in. I'm not fitting you in.
Yeah,
you're fitting me in. You know what I mean? I'm the one guy that wants. Like I'm exchanging money for the fucking trade.
Yeah.
So that's you know what? I mean, people give me flack on it, right? But I'm not gonna take flack from fucking nobody, and I love fucking chirping people. I think I've calmed down a lot more now, and if this was me like 3 years ago, I'd be like, oh fuck it, this guy's wearing shorts over here. Now,
I knew that was gonna.
No, but I realize now I'm like, it don't matter. Like when I'm in the house, I'm wearing fucking silk shorts and a fucking silk robe. You could chirp me for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, I could chirp for anything I wanted.
Right, and that's the thing. And now I'm just at a point where it's like, I don't need to chirp. Like you have to force me to chirp. And then you're gonna come at me, right? And I'm gonna say some shit, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa, that's too far." Well, how do you know it's too far for me?
Yeah,
right. You don't know what my trigger is, right? I could trigger you. I don't know what your trigger is, and then, vice versa. It's all the same shit, right? Just that's a fucking big thing, man. I started doing that. I think probably, let's say for about 2 years. It's just minding my own fucking business.
Yeah, you know what?
And it sounds like cliche, but like just worry about you, man.
I wish I could still remember
put food on your table, put fucking clothes on your back, put a roof over your head. Take care of yourself.
I wish I could remember the exact quoted lines on like the picture that I seen, but someone put this like how it was like
we're spot on now even on the TV.
Oh, is it working nice? Really?
Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
It is beautiful, actually.
Yeah,
great upgrade idea.
On the fucking big screen.
On the big screen. No, it's actually a really nice laptop that you chose, man. I'm not.
You know what? It was on sale. Thank you, by the way. It was on sale. We can actually talk about that too, about how I finally committed to spending almost $1,000.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude? It's actually something my buddy was talking to me about today when we were discussing the justifiability.
What you can justify
is justifiability. Is that actually like?
I guess that would be the justification.
Justifiable.
Justifiable. I mean, I would use it.
Well,
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say,
yeah, but justifiable is all right in the right context. But that
I'm going to say it before this episode's over again.
Either way, I'll even say I don't even give a fuck. We were discussing how justify. That's how I can word it. There we go. That's better.
Yeah.
Brain started working.
Yeah.
How to justify what we were spending our money on.
Yeah.
And
you created a justification.
Well, that was the thing. Yes.
See, now we're trying to verbs,
we're
nouns.
Getting on there. We're getting heavy into it, but
verbs, nouns, pronouns.
Pronouns, yeah.
But
yeah, basically the whole concept behind what we were discussing was the idea that sometimes you don't necessarily need to have a specific reasoning, like something to write on paper, because everything the whole term, like on paper it sounds good.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to have something on paper that sounds good when it's justifying something for yourself that you are enjoying, that you're putting your invested time in. And if you're invested in, for example, putting time creating content or using the technology like cameras, all this other stuff, you edit shit.
Yeah.
You do
not as much as I'd like to, but I think I may do that more now because I now provided myself.
You have the
proper
capabilities.
fit.
You have the capabilities
Yeah.
for it, and that's a big thing. And that a friend of mine, my good friend Scott, different Scott than the normal Scott.
Oh, word.
He basically said, "Look, man, you spend a lot of your time doing, for example, this one thing. Why not reward yourself and invest into that? If you spend a lot of your free time, that was what he brought up. If you invest your free time, that means you want that. Your free time is valuable.
That's your thing.
If you're spending your free time on something, that's the justification for whatever, within reason. Obviously, don't blow
You're not
life
like
savings.
I like cars. I'm getting a Ferrari.
Yeah, don't make your family live in a fucking motel so that you can drive a nice car. But what I'm saying is, there's no justification better than this is what I want to spend my free time on. This is what I'm into. I might as well make that
What's going to benefit what you're doing or what you do.
top notch.
So that was the thing to my wife, right? I mean, I spent probably 15 hours out here this week. In three days, I spent 15 hours out here trying to solve. That was a good fucking hit, man.
Yeah, I overdid it a bit.
I spent 15 hours out here, right, trying to figure out my old laptop, right? Figure it out. Like, why the fuck is this not doing what it did 2 weeks ago?
It's a three-legged horse trying to run a fucking four-legged horse race, man. Like, it just
That's
it didn't have everything it needed.
So I start pricing out laptops. Talk to my wife, and she's not like, you got to run it by me if you're going to buy something. You know what I mean? She's just like,
it's nice to fucking.
I'm just like, hey, like, this is what I'm thinking of. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's on sale.
Respect.
It's on
boils
sale.
Down to respect, man.
It's on sale. And she's like, oh, well, that's good. And I was just like, I just don't know if I want to drop that money. And she's like, how long have you been doing the show for? 2 years now. 2 years and a month maybe, where it's been like legit serious. She's like, what were the 2 previous laptops you used? I was like, oh, my sister gave them to me. They're free. She's like, you've been doing this for 2 years and you've received a lot of things over the period of 2 years with all the sponsorships and shit like that. She's like, what's this laptop going to cost you? I'm like, it's going to cost me $882 after tax. I saved $200 on top of that.
That's fucking not bad, man.
Right?
That's a good savings, $200.
And just using it already, I was like, holy shit. And she's like, you've made that money back in like no time. Right? And it makes my job easier. It makes my life easier. I'm able to actually do a lot more things that I would want to do on my previous computer and I couldn't.
Not only that, if you think about it, if you were doing this on freebie laptops that had already had a life before you, and then
that's it, man.
Served a life for you.
8-year-old laptop when I got it, probably. It's probably a 12-year-old laptop.
If you were getting by on that, to have something way, way, way better quality is going to just make everything that you were previously doing that much more easy, enjoyable. You know what I mean?
It just makes life easier, man, and it becomes good, right? But it's
speaking of,
oh shit, you know what? You segued. That was a fucking salt. I was gonna get in what we're smoking, what we're drinking.
I segued it in perfect timing.
That was all you, man. That was all you.
I figured you would be the one to do the honors because you know about it. And I'm just
gonna
be the guy. I'm gonna be the guy to smoke a bit of it.
You want a V cut or you want a straight cut? I did a V cut. It's cool.
I'd be down for that.
I mean, I also call V cut people that V cut. I called them cucks. Like 4 episodes ago, I said they were cucks.
And now you're doing it.
I've been doing it. Like I called them cucks, and I was. By the way, I V cutted my cigar today. I don't know.
I'll cuck it.
You want to cuck? I was like almost there anyways. You're like, yeah, I'll cuck it. Like this guy's about to fucking take it off anyways. Fun fact: I've cut a good amount of cigars.
What the? Is there a thing on there specifically for it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I was gonna say that was a precise fucking cut, man. The reason why I actually didn't mind the idea of that is because it doesn't leave that whole entire fucking.
Yeah, you don't have all the wet shit
right on you.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just, I mean, it's like a tunnel cigar. It's like a straw.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, you know what? We're gonna do what we're smoking, what we're drinking right now. You want to go first, or you want me to do yours?
Well, actually,
or you know what? You describe the cigar. What you know about it?
What I know about it? I know that I like the name and the branding on it a lot. To be honest, they did well. It's simple and vibrant and catchy.
That's what makes a good cigar company. A lot of times is the branding and that shit, right?
Being able to just get it, like it's catchy, man. Like there's not a lot to it, but it's sick and it's a psych. Like I like the way
Psycho 7, man. It's got a prescription band around it.
It's a pretty sick cigar.
It's a cool idea.
That's just the look, though. We're not getting into anything else. It smells nice, to be honest. And I mean, here's the thing: we're on a different page when it comes to shit. If for me to discuss this versus you to discuss this, I sound like a fucking idiot.
I don't like to get like that though. I
What,
don't like
too
my
deep?
thing is like my thing and Wiseman the co-host. I'm like, is it a good cigar or is it not? He's like, yeah, it's a good cigar. Would you buy it? Would you buy it at $10?
Fair
And
enough.
he's like, $8 I'd be all in at.
That's a good way to look at it, man, because a lot of people aren't necessarily.
There's
big on being
there's
too
magazines,
connoisseur-y.
there's magazines, there's websites that fucking critique shit like that. Why would I critique something like that if these people do this for a living? Why
Plus-
I can't critique that.
Plus, personally, if I had to say as a consumer for any of the things that it could possibly be, whether it be a computer to a fucking cigar to which torch to light said cigar with,
Fuck, it could be weed, it could be
it
anything.
could be anything.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need all of that information. It's information I
Yeah.
can choose to search.
You could want to smoke it because the band looks cool.
But I could also just want to know, is this going to be something that I enjoy?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Is this going to be dope? Yes or no? It doesn't matter if I'm a fucking connoisseur or a
You
fucking
buy-
first-time
you-
smoker
you
or
buy-
a fucking whatever.
you
Is
look at it
gonna
like
be
this.
sick or not?
Oh, a computer for $1? Let me buy it. Oh, a computer for $1,000? Let me buy that. Wow. That's the difference in a fucking $1 computer or a $1 cigar or a fucking, $100 cigar. Not a $100 cigar. But it's all fucking comes out of the same fucking, it comes out of the
At the
ground.
end of the day, that's a whole interesting thing.
A
because
$1
you could-
computer is
you
different
could
than a
get-
$100 computer.
That also boils down to preference too, though, because you could probably get a $10 cigar that you would enjoy more than a $100 cigar personally.
This is $8.95.
$8.95.
$8.95. What you're smoking is in the United States. I think $7.85. $7.85 to $8.50, depending on where you go and what state.
Hey, if you're smoking them all the time, then
That's it though. You know what I mean? And that's what I've smoked this before, right? Oh yeah. So turn the top a little bit. This is fucking the most confusing.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
see the side little the black thing on the side? The little spinner? Yeah, spin a little bit. Hit the trigger. Now you can turn it and go to soft flame or hard flame. But it's fucking confusing, man. It's like a child lock, I guess.
And then you can up it or lower it. Oops.
Oh, you fucking boom, got her.
It's like a dab torch.
right. All right. So you're smoking the Psycho 7. We are drinking some Collective Arts / Stillwater collab.
I actually wanted to ask you.
Have you tried a sip of it yet?
No, I haven't. I wanted you to explain it, but on here because you named it. You told me the flavors
So
of it.
smell it first. This is going to be a
And
real.
it was a
This is a
very
connoisseur
good
episode.
combination. That was a crazy combination.
Oh, just from the top. Yeah, you're good. But so we're drinking Collective Arts Stillwater collab. Collective Arts is our local brewery, Hamilton. 35 minutes away. We can get there whenever we want. This is a collaboration. It's chocolate, it's blueberries, it's vanilla, and it's a sour. Looks like fucking blueberries. Smells like chocolate. Tastes like it all. Smell it first before you sip it.
Not bad.
Try a sip now.
Is it?
It's a beer.
It's definitely got a lot of sour to it too.
Yeah.
I was curious by the smell.
Sour is
I could
the
tell.
late finish, right? You feel the thinness of it going down, and then hits you with the sour. Right? And
No,
that's,
that actually is cool. It looks like fucking wine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But damn,
Good beer.
you know what? If you were out, if I had to put a time on that, barbecue, outside, playing baseball or some shit.
Yep.
A couple of those would go down so fucking easy and nice in the sun.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Oh, and it actually is quite well with this. Like I had literally had some of this right before that,
Yeah.
and this is a nice taste because
It's different.
that sour adds just enough strength. Like it makes you have that little bit of salivation in it.
Yeah, and you're like, well, feed it. You feed it with something, right? Whether it's another sip or you how that. Yeah, we're drinking the same thing. I'm smoking a 601 La Bamba, the Wick. I think it's like their second newest cigar from Espinosa. I don't really smoke a lot of stuff from them. I got it from the big dog, Sir Louis Cigars. but it's, it's all right so far. It's all right so far. All right, I got some questions that I have just consumed, held, not used, all that shit, all that good shit. Would you ever be a professional wrestler?
I don't know. That's
or it's not so much like your body doing it. What would you call yourself if you were a professional wrestler?
If I was, probably like the Canadian Moose Man or something along the lines
Canadian
to
Moose
like
Man?
rep the Canada. I'd want to rep the Canada.
I feel like you'd be like some crazy, like you'd be like a luchador, like El Blanco Stoner, like just a white stoner. You know what I mean? El Blanco Stoner. You know what I mean? But like they don't know stoner. Like you could be throwing rocks at people. You know what I mean? You could be a boulder. You could be a rock.
over there. No,
Right?
that's actually fucking funny.
I don't know. I was just thinking. Like I looked at you and I'm like, I gotta ask this question. I'm like, Blanco Stoner. Because like a luchador, so you'd be like, yeah, you gotta have like a Spanish name.
Like the Nacho Libre style.
Yeah, but like Blanco Stoner.
That's actually an interesting. That's a pretty nice name off the fly, man.
Thank you.
That's pretty legit.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I would come up with something as like,
Or like you have to be
creative
Blanco because you're white.
or like Gringo.
Yeah, Gringo. Yeah. Stoner Gringo.
The maple leaf Gringo.
Maple Gringo. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out a way that I would incorporate it. I don't know why, but I always
It's
try
gotta
to
be
rev
Canada.
it. I try to rev it, man.
Well, I mean, you look at any Canadian wrestlers, they always like you knew they were fucking Canadian,
Yeah, but
right?
they're probably up there like, I'm gonna win, eh?
Yeah. I fucking hit him with the chair, eh? I said sorry to him after the match. I just felt bad. I had to hit him with the chair, and I'm like, buddy, I didn't mean to do that, eh?
I'm sorry I won, eh?
Yeah. Sorry,
Guys.
buddy, but you gave it all you got, man. I thought it was a tie.
Every time I talk to somebody from the States, they'll usually give me the like, Canada.
Yeah, right away. And it's like,
Yeah,
what the fuck did I
why?
say? What did I say?
Somebody gave me an example that I wholeheartedly agreed with, which I didn't realize. Lucky Charms was it. The way that we say charms to them, Lucky Charms. We say it,
They're charms.
Lucky Charms. We say it
Yeah.
like that. We don't realize that
Charms.
we have a bit
Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
We don't realize it's right there.
yeah, Lucky Charms.
Where
Yeah.
they're more like Lucky Charms.
So, you know what? I used to always wear this shirt when I rode BMX, and we'd always go to the skate park just in Buffalo, indoor park, and they're like, oh, your shirt's amazing. It was from a company called Shitluck, like hardcore music guys, bikers,
Yeah.
Shitluck. And I had a saying on the front, it was like, I'm so happy I could shit. And they're like, hi, your shirt's amazing. It says, I'm so happy. And I'm like, ha, ha, ha. He's like, what's so funny? I'm like, I'm so happy. He's like, yeah, happy. And I'm like, dude, we literally live 40 minutes away from each other. Why do I say happy like this and you say happy? Like, it doesn't make no sense. And I'm like, what do you call a driveway? Laneway. I'm like, but you knew what I was talking about. Why do you call it a laneway?
That's
But I mean, they're looking at me like, well, you know what a laneway is, like, white, right? And it's just like, oh. But like, I'm not bad, I guess, with a fucking Canadian accent. Give me 6 drinks. And I'm like, we were talking, and he was like, what's it about? And they're like, you just said it. You just said it.
They think
But they start hearing that, right, to them. Like, I
They
get it.
hear
I'm like,
about.
about. And I say, about.
Yeah, they
It starts
don't
going
realize.
to, it starts going to, about. See, even there. Like, right now, I've had probably 4 drinks and a fucking nice joint.
Yeah.
And I fucking can't. About. See? And it's always about.
Yeah.
It starts going to like a boot, right? And we just say certain things, and it's, do you say A?
All the time.
Right?
And
I don't know if I say it a lot, but I'm like, hey.
Well, we
Let's try
don't
to
do
get
it
attention.
stereotypically, I don't think.
Or I'd be like, that guy's fucked up, eh?
Yeah.
And they just say, they're like, holy fuck.
I
dude,
guess
like you said
actually the
A,
more we
Like
say
you
it
said,
now,
eh?
it's starting to really, really shine.
right?
the
Like
more
you
you
just
think
said
about
A,
it.
and I'm like, yeah. I just like it's like
Even
if you could end it with an exclamation mark, a question mark, or an A.
Yeah. And even if you were not paying attention to something over there, and I was like trying to get your attention,
A.
I guarantee I'd be like,
You're gonna hit.
A.
You're gonna smack me again. You're gonna go A.
hey, yeah.
100%.
It's shining more and more we talk about it.
And it's we don't notice that shit, but these American guys, I'm like, well, what the fuck do you say? They're like, yo, and I'm like, yeah, I say that a lot too. Like I don't always say A, but it's like yo, A is a yo.
It's all slight.
Then you could be like, that guy's a dickhead, yo. That guy's a dickhead, eh?
That's true. That is
It's the
true.
exact
I've
same
always
thing.
been fascinated with how that works. I love hearing the different terminologies, and I've actually seen a couple of videos where people are guessing. Someone will say a slang term.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
they'll
Where
say a
are they
sentence,
from?
And they're like, not even just where they're from, but what do you think that means? What do you think they're trying to talk about? It's like,
Oh yeah, like that guy's sus. He's suspect,
yeah.
right?
I didn't know what that meant for a little while either, and
Like
then I
ops?
realized
What are ops?
it came from Among Us, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where it might have came from. That game Among Us that everyone was playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you have to find a suspect. Everyone was doing it on their phones. I never got into it.
Yeah, that's but it's
Like, that seems sus.
That seems sus, man. That's sus. That's
Yeah, I never knew it until
ops?
finally.
What are ops? No, I'm gonna kill those ops.
Ops?
Your opposition. Your enemies.
Oh yeah,
Right?
shit.
You want to think it's cops because they're rapping about it, but ops is just people that hate you. Right?
Yeah,
They want to kill you.
the opposing
It's the
team.
opposite. That's all it is, man. Yeah, it's crazy. The fucking there's a whole other lingo within lingo. Like we could talk at work, and that's a whole other lingo. We're gonna say, right? But then outside of work, we're still gonna have some different, like, weed. You're like, I got some dank.
Oh man.
But you don't know what it is unless you smoke weed, or I got some chronic, or I got,
That's always been interesting because even one town over, you can go from St. Catharines to Welland, and one person's
it's
like,
different.
"What's a half quarter?" And you're like, "What do you mean a half quarter?" You're like, "Are you
Fucking eighth.
an eighth?" It's like, what the fuck's an eighth?
Fucking fraction it up, boy.
And it's like, what are we doing
Fraction
here,
that shit
man?
up.
It's like half a quarter of weed. So like,
Yeah.
But that's the thing, and it literally can vary from 10 minutes away from your house.
So I got my buddy Long Island. I called them the Rebar Consultant Team. I run a lot of shit by them. Got a guy in fucking Altoona, PA. Tyrone, PA is really called where they're from, but small town. And he's like, my buddy was like, yeah, I fucking, we hung out last night and I fucking zooted.
My
Fucking
brothers
zooted.
say that.
And he's like, no, I fucking pooped. Or you zooted? No, when you're zooted, you're fucking hammered.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. And the next morning I fucking booted. Like, what the fuck's that? He's like, I puked. You booted. You booted out.
Yeah.
He's like, I fucking booted.
Yeah,
I go,
my
I
brothers say
zooted.
zooted and
I
shit.
zooted. I remember this one time fucking years ago. I was 19 years old. We were in that
girding.
Yeah.
I girded hard, man. But
Yeah.
girded. What the fuck is girded?
It's just noise your stomach makes before you
It's
puke.
like, yeah.
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 Right? You're like, oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
Like it's sitting about right here right now. And
Yeah,
as you're
shit.
running, it's like.
That one kind of makes sense. Like,
But,
still.
Dude, we're sitting at the Burger King on Lundy's Lane, like down by the fucking hill when it was still there. I don't know if it still is. But we're in there, and these guys, like, we're about to order, and these guys are like, hey, do you know where to get Zoomers? I'm like, what the fuck are Zoomers? And I got my boys from the fucking city. They're like, what the fuck are Zoomers? And they're like, mushrooms. I'm like, oh, we call them shrooms.
Yeah, man.
But I'm like, Zoomers. I'm like, that's a
Never
fucking
heard
pretty
of
cool
that.
name, though.
Yeah, this actually.
Zoomers is shrooms. You sound like the guy that's trying to speak hip. Hey, do you guys got any mushrooms? You sound like a narc. When you say shrooms, you sound like a fucking narc. You sound like a narc.
You know what? That's actually an interesting perspective because it's the same for like weed. If someone walked up like, "Do you know where I can get some marijuana?" I'd be like, "Nah. You're trying to fucking
Like that's
frame
like,
me for something here."
Can I get a 20 bag of marijuana?
No.
Mind you,
What the fuck are you
I'm
talking
going to say
about?
this right now though. What is a 20 bag? An eighth?
20 bag?
Yeah.
No, it's literally this the gram amount.
It's like
dime
five. It's like 5 joints.
Well, it's just 2 grams. 20 bag, just like dime bag is just 1 gram.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, dime bag,
Didn't even
20
know that.
bag, and then after that, like you could.
I know
depending on
a
where
20
you're at,
sack
you
I can smoke in
call
a
it.
weekend.
Yeah, that's 2 grams.
And I don't smoke a lot of weed, but I mean, yeah, like I'll
And like a half quarter is 3.5 grams.
ounces is just easier
28 grams.
in an ounce.
28 grams.
I remember when we were weighing it up in here when we fucking cut it down, right? And I was
28
like,
grams
what the
ounce.
fuck is it at?
14.5 ounce, 7 1/4, 3.5 for a half quarter.
That's it though. That's street lingo. And I mean, that works for I guess
And
many.
then after that, they don't have like there's no usually a 3 grammer or any of that because
Yeah, you're not the
equals
guy in
out-
between.
because it equals out to the ounce,
Yeah,
right?
give me 3/16 of an ounce.
That's it. Like what the fuck?
It's
No,
like-
you're not doing that. That's why you get the half quarter, the quarter of that, and then other than
Like,
that,
I don't know. I don't think you're a
it's
narc.
20
I think
bag
you're a
or a 10
scientist.
bag because
Are you a scientist or a mathematician? I
or
don't
dime
know.
bag because that the whole 20 bag dime bag thing is for the money though.
Yeah, you break this shit down like a fucking tape measure.
Well,
It
you
fucking
gotta
looks
think,
like looks like you're doing a fucking tape measure. Like, what are we doing? A cut on a piece of wood, or are you fucking selling me weed? You know what I mean?
I need 3/4 and an eighth of an inch of some weed.
Right? Like cut it off that log over there. Like, I don't like. It don't make no fucking sense though. That's what I've always thought down. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I never bought weed when I was younger, right? I always had a bunch of buddies that smoked, and I'd pitch, but I'd never be the guy that bought it.
Which is a whole.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got a bunch of buddies coming over this weekend. Like, I'll give you $80. What's that going to get me? Is like, can that get 5 guys stoned all weekend? Yeah, that's cool.
You know what? We touched on something. I think the last time we talked in an episode.
Yeah.
About whether or not I like the opening of dispensaries or not, or at least the legalization of it.
Yeah.
And I must say that I have changed my opinion, not on the legalization situation as a whole, but I definitely must say that after my life's experiences, to someone who might not have been willing to get down to that point where they're literally like, because I went with a friend, I moved out west for a short little stint there. I moved to Calgary. And somebody that I was staying with, one of our friends who was from here that moved out there also, their brother drove a transport truck.
Oh, yeah, I remember this story.
So I got a chance. He had a big sleeper cab with the double bunks, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, yeah.
So he was basically like, listen, if you guys want to see BC and Calgary and like all this stuff for like really what it is, not just like, you know, you get into, you know, the city or whatever, it looks nice, whatever. But
you don't see the mountains, you don't see all the
fucking
right? Highways,
you want to fucking see,
mooses
right?
and shit, mices, whatever you want to call
Mooses, whatever the fuck.
Moose, like mooses. I don't know.
Little fucking gaggle of.
Fucking, that's a proper terminology.
Gaggle.
Gaggle.
Not bad for a fucking uneducated kid out of Welland, eh?
You know what? So you know what? Talking with a couple guys at work, right? And the one guy said something was this one guy that we're, I guess, not gossiping about, but we're like, fuck, I asked this guy to do this, and he says, the guy goes, he's fucking smirmy. He's a fucking smirmy motherfucker.
Smirmy. I don't know.
Smirmy, and I fucking started howling. I'm like, haha. I'm like,
was that squirmy smurf mixed together?
I was like, what does that mean? He's like smirmy. He's like oily, slick. Like he's fucking questions everything. And I was like, they said it. And I googled it. Right, I hit up a Google dictionary, and I was like, ha ha ha. I'm like, that is him. And they're like, yeah, that's why I said it.
I've never heard.
I'm like,
smirmy.
That's what I sound like. I go, dude, I thought you fucking made it up. I gotta take a piss. But yeah, I'm like, I thought you fucking made it up.
Cracking the seal.
Yeah, I got him, man. All right, you're driving out west, Canada West.
Oh yeah, the first time. I'd only ever been used to hanging out with friends. Friends have the supply, and that's it. Somebody's older brothers got it. They got the goods, whatever. You get your shit. It's never been uncomfortable. So at this point in my life, I'd never actually gone to a random human being that I'd never met in the street somewhere and just be like, yo, here's the money. You got some shit. Like, never ever experienced something like that in my life. And when we went downtown Vancouver, there's, even back then, it still wasn't an everyday thing for everybody. And there was places where you could go that were literally like these like cool secret cafes that you could go and order a hot chocolate from the person behind the counter and also order a buster for your weed and a couple of papers to roll with, and you could literally sit in the place and have a coffee or a hot chocolate roll up to your thing. But once we were there, because we were driving truck, like you can't always have that stuff on you. So when we got down there, we're like, all right, well, we're going to go to this place called the Amsterdam Cafe in Vancouver, and we need to get some supplies to go in there. So he's like, I'm telling you, man, we're going to see a guy somewhere near the place. There's going to be a guy. So we literally drove around to where we could park his truck to wait to go pick up the load the next day. And we took a walk, and sure enough, we fucking see this guy with the vest on and the whole 9 yards. And we're like, that's the guy. And we waited. We waited for a minute. We're like, let's let somebody else go up. We'll be able to see this deal.
Yeah.
We're going to know. We waited. We seen the pocket, the hand exchange, the pocket grab.
Yeah, just boom.
We're like, that's the fucking dude.
So we got to touch on this, right? So, no, you finish your story, then I'll touch.
Oh, it's not that much farther than that. Basically, it was like, it's just an awkward experience.
That's what I was getting at.
Not know, like, you don't know what this dude's thinking. So you walk up and you're like, I got $50, and this dude's like, yeah, okay. And then you hand him the $50, and this dude just like hands you a baggie, and you walk away because you're trying to make it discreet. But you don't know what the fuck the dude handed you. You look in there. Like, luckily enough, like this was a legit.
Are you gonna be the guy that's gonna check it? You're like, it's like a fast food.
Let me check here. Hold on, let me check for my fucking sauces.
Are you gonna do Karen? weed dealer card.
Yeah.
Like we'd buy our cards.
This
on the
isn't
streets, like,
enough.
let me look at
Yeah.
this.
So that he can
Right?
stab me in the fucking face. And
Right?
run
This
away,
guy's gonna be
you
like, fuck this, you're crazy. Boom.
Yeah.
And like, peace,
No.
you know, fucking hit you and take your weed.
So the one cool thing about like the fact that someone can go to a store the same as in Avondale and be like, "What's gonna fuck me up?" and then have someone be like, "Here you go, sir. This is going to fuck you up."
You look at them like, I have back
Goodbye.
pain. They're like, no, it's cool. Do you actually have back pain?
Yeah.
Like, do you have back pain? Like, do you want to get fucked up? You're like,
Yeah. Are you trying to go to sleep? Trying to fuck your old lady? What are
Yeah.
you trying to do, man? You want to fucking?
you want to make your dick hard? You want to make your dick soft?
Yeah. In fact, I've heard actually that there is some strains specifically designed to be like aphrodisiac.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
try smoking that shit.
Yeah. I know. Man. Pretty sick.
So you touched on it, man. It's the interaction, right? Fuck's sakes, dude. Fucking killing me.
The interaction is a huge
So
thing.
the interaction, right? So for the first time ever,
Because it canceled it out for a lot of people, man.
dude. So for the first time ever, right? I got a buddy put me on to a delivery dispensary. Not gonna say any names or anything, but it's not legal for us to buy weed. Or
Yeah.
it's legal for us to buy weed. It's illegal for them to sell it. How they sell it.
Okay, here's the thing. Technically, I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this. But I'm pretty sure it is against. Because here's the thing. Everybody knows. If the government owes you money, you ain't ever going to hear Pete.
Yeah, you take
If
forever to get it.
you owe the government money, you're going to hear a fucking peep in a second. That's how it works. So when the government has their hands and their little grubby fucking fingernails gouging in, like they always do, just fucking scratching away, they're not going to want anybody having a piece of their pie because that's how it works.
Yeah, it's like the liquor store. The dispensaries are the exact same as like our liquor stores and our fucking beer
It has
stores, right?
to be governed. They want a piece
It's fucking
of pie, they
governed
want a
and it's more
tax.
expensive than you can get it anywhere else in
So
the world.
technically, at this point, it is definitely still it's legal to sell pot, buy pot, or have pot, smoke pot.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. It's also illegal to do all of those things technically still because you're not supposed to be buying a second party. You're not supposed to be
That's
selling
what it
a
is.
second
It's like
party.
when you
You're
want
not
to
supposed
download
be having
that
a
when you want to
second
download
party.
that app and it's like this is a third party, and you're like, you know what? So
Allow third party app to work.
long story short, right? I got hooked up with this contact, right? I'm reading the website, dude. It's fucking legit. I'm reading it. Just text this number, your name, number, your order.
It seems sketchy, but at this point, it's crazy how you can literally text somebody and just be like, "Yep, shows up at the door."
It's the equivalent of skip the dishes.
Yeah, you can skip the dishes.
Or the fucking
yourself.
DoorDash or whatever the fuck it's called. You know, wherever you are in the world, you got them.
Here's your next thing. A cigar and dash.
That's just like mail order cigars, though. You got good mailing system, you can get that shit in like a day.
Yeah.
It's tough because you'd have to have a guy in every fucking town or every city to be able to get there in an hour.
Okay,
right?
but what about? I was thinking more along the lines like if I was to visualize it more for you.
Skip the shop, skip the lounge.
Well, no, yeah,
skip the
yeah.
lounge, skip the fucking lounge.
Like you know the Mac tool trucks, how they drive to like they'll,
Oh yeah,
they'll
dude,
show up
they
to the
fucking
shop
they
and
like unroll a carpet, fucking shit comes down.
they fucking open the back doors of this big van. They're like, "Yo,
Yeah.
come on in. These are all the tools. You want to buy a Mac toolbox?
There's a
You can
couple-
put a payment plan, the whole 9 years.
Yeah, there's a
Fucking-
couple
they have the
mobile
whole thing.
cigar lounges, right? Pretty cool. It's like a food truck. It's the exact same thing as a food truck, but you
can do all
have to
sorts of shit.
be
You can do events, anything.
you have to
literally
be
be
you
like
have to be in a
mobile
hot
cigars.
area that you know it's gonna sell. You're not going to an area you're like maybe I'll get 2 customers, right? You got to go to an area where it's like
Well, no, you'd go to events. You'd literally be
Yeah,
able to, like,
yeah,
if
yeah,
someone
you-
had a
you
wedding,
park
you could be
up.
like, "Yo, okay."
you just park up out front of the fucking
Park
place.
up,
It's
you
fucking
roll
sick.
up, you open it up like a food truck,
Yeah, that's
and you're
it.
like, "Yo, I got some humidors with some juicy selection.
Fresh 6 inchers,
Here you go. Have at her, 6 inches all day."
right? I call it like, oh, you want the wedding night deal? Boom. You know what I mean? But
That'd be a dope idea.
so I got, you know what it actually is. Remind that once the episode's over. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Remind me after the episode's over. 100%.
Editing that part out.
if you wouldn't be more fucked up than I was, I thought you'd be my driver. Like we go around together.
I need a.
Like I blow over and your fucking blood would be bad.
You'd be like, "This man is definitely high right now."
So I ordered my weed online, or not online, through text message.
Which is
They respond
ultimate
back. They was
convenience.
right, dude.
Oh.
So fucking convenient, right? My wife's never even heard of this shit, right? She's like, yeah, okay, like this and that. I'm like, no, like seriously, like
You've
look,
gotta talk to
look at the
some
text
sketchy
back.
dude.
Look at the text back. They're like, it'll be there within 60 minutes to hour and a half. 60 to 90 minutes. It'll be there. All right, cool. It was literally 90 minutes. And I get a text message. Hey, I'm your driver. I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes.
The full warning too, so you'd be looking out the door waiting for him.
So I came from here into the house, right, and I'm watching, and I'm like, whoa, like this, you know, not many people stop on the opposite side of the road here, and I'm like, oh fuck, so I put my shit on, and I'm like, do I go outside? Does he knock the door? What does he do? He got out of his vehicle. Is he coming to knock my door, or do I meet him and we do like the, you know, money in my hand?
They don't like that. They want to come to the door.
But that's what he probably thought too. As I'm walking outside onto my porch, and I'm like, well, I'll meet this guy halfway. This guy's like, is this guy gonna mug me? Is this guy gonna fucking like crack me in the face?
No, they're just as awkward as you. They want you to go back the other way. I'm surprised they don't specify it more.
And they said nothing. And I was gonna ask it, right? Like when I first started texting this number, I was like, you guys take debit? They're like, no, laugh out loud. I was like, what about e-transfer? They didn't respond back, and I'm like, that's a fucking hard no, right? So I was like, my next message has got to be in order. They're gonna be like, they're probably already questioning me.
Yeah.
Fucking boom, put my order in, all my information. Feel like it'll be this much amount cash. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
But guy comes there and literally, dude, I was awkward as fuck, right? Like I met the guy halfway down my driveway. Like I see him get out of his vehicle, I'm fucking trucking down the front porch, halfway down my driveway.
Stay away from the house.
Right? And
you want to do that?
No.
It's near the end.
And
I'm not gonna lie, this stuff has a little bit. I think of the stuff I just got today. And
it's that good shit. It's that good shit. But I come down there and I'm like, hey, and I'm like looking at the bag he's carrying. It's literally like a prescription bag, like he just went to the drugstore. Literally, I guess we did. But and he's like, hi, like something like that, and like he hands me the bag like this, and I'm like, I got a wad in my hand, not a wad, but I mean I got like $100. And I'm like, did we slap? Did we dap up? You know, like, and I'm just like, here. And I literally just like, here. And then like I grab my bag and I'm like, fuck, if my like neighbors are looking out here, like I got fucking 2 cameras at the front of my house.
There's a clear display of like.
And I'm like, this is like, but I mean, I definitely wasn't getting food because the size of the bag. But
well,
I'm like,
you could have just been getting your fucking.
Maybe it's a fucking Shoppers Drug Mart, like they deliver your prescription.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
You know what?
Great presentation, great packaging, and all this shit. And I mean, but I was like, I felt bad for the dude because this guy probably delivers, you know, pounds of weed every day.
Here's the thing,
and
I feel bad for him because I think that the company has responsibility to help him out in that regard. There should be a protocol because I actually used to order from a delivery service very similarly. I would text in or call in. I would say I want whatever. I want 3 grams of the 3.5 grams of this. I want 3.5 grams of that. I want this and this. Yeah, sure.
Another sour. Memories of the future.
I'm gonna finish this one real fast. So, anyways, they had a system that I actually thought was very, very good. He would come with like almost what looked like a gift, a gift thing.
Yeah, hey.
So they'd park out front of your house real quick,
yeah.
And then he'd have this like wine, like a nice wine sleeve bag thing, and whatever with like a bow on the fucking thing. I shit you not. So he'd walk up looking like Uncle fucking Terry is coming to drop off the fucking quick little birthday gift because he couldn't make the fucking barbecue.
That's smart.
Boom, and he'd literally say, "Can I please? Do you mind if I step in really quick or no?" They would ask you politely, and you'd either say yes or no. And if it was like no, they would still stay there.
That's like taking that fake taxi company out here.
Speedy and shit.
Yeah, Speedy and shit. They're like, my name's Joanne. You're my brother's cousin.
Yeah.
Friend.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay. And then you're like,
because it's literally illegal to cart people because of insurance.
Yeah. And you're like, well, can I carpool or can I smoke a cigarette? No. Really, Joanne?
Yeah.
Really, Joanne? You're gonna tell me right now. I'm gonna make you drive me halfway home. You're gonna drive me out in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna call another Speedy.
Yeah, I'm gonna ditch it.
Like, you know, my name's not fucking Justin this time. It's fucking Carl. Carl. This is Carl this time. Yeah, we were at
Harold.
I ran into Justin when he was walking down this road, and I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "I got kicked out of Speedy." But yeah, you know what? It was awkward. Awkward for me, not awkward for that guy, because that guy, like the guy, moves weight.
Yeah,
and
but
he's just
I actually had a friend that did that.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, it's the company's responsibility. They should be setting up a system which is again why I think that the whole dispensary
they
thing
should do like an Amazon
bad.
Type deal. Just toss a cardboard box in your front porch, text you, delivery made.
Not even just that, man. Just have the whole thing set up. Like I said, that dude showed up with like a gift. All he had to do was step into your front door, hand you the gift, and be like, "Okay, you got your shit. Hand me the money. Okay, thank you. Goodbye."
He probably would have did that if I didn't fucking gun him down in the driveway.
Yeah,
I was
to the door.
Dude, I was jacked up. I just fucking. That's literally the first time I've ever bought weed legally direct.
Fair enough.
Or illegally, whatever.
Technically, and I have to do it too.
Dude, I didn't go pick it up. I didn't go pick it up. They brought it to me. So that's not my bad. That's like, whatever, man.
I harped on you for breaking the seal.
Dude, you broke the seal. You gotta finish that drink, and you gotta have some of this.
I've been trying so
I gotta stop
hard
holding it so it gets warm. But yeah, no, dude, it was such an awkward experience, right? And my wife was she's chirping me. She's like, "Oh, they're not gonna show up. They're not gonna show up." And I'm like, I got the money in my pocket. I don't care if they don't show up. But I'm like, there was a lot of effort on, I guess, their end, as much as it's mine. I'm out here smoking a joint, having a couple of drinks. Not much effort for me to fucking text them, right? So goes down, boom, pick it up, grab it, come in the house. The wife's fucking the bedroom folding laundry, right? And I'm like, look. She's looking at the bag like, what the fuck? I open it up. I start pulling shit out. And you know what? This is how legit the company was, man. They had like spend this amount of money. Like they had like a buying club, like a buying package. Spend this, get this. Spend this, get this. Spend this, get this. You know, spend this, get free delivery, this and that. And dude, it's pretty legit. I got a free gift. Haven't tried it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I've been strictly, literally an outdoor guy. You know what I mean? I guess to put it the best way, not sound like all we're talking about is weed, but I've been an outdoor guy. So I smoked a lot of outdoor weed, and you know, I'm gonna ask Dylan the question when he gets in here. I gotta say right now, my choice moving forward is just fucking indoor. I gotta ask you this once you sit down, because I think it's a good question. I mean, you indulge a lot more than I do, but like, you're good. So my question to you is, do you want to say fuck outdoor?
Well, not necessarily, because depending on where it's grown and how well taken care of it is, I've had some really quality outdoor.
But then you got a price. You got a price for it, right?
It has to be priced cheaper.
100%, dude.
If you're not putting the same amount into it, like as you would be necessarily having a quality indoor setup, and you're not necessarily going to be able to say, like, a lot of this stuff now, especially
give me a cup.
with the government sanctioned everything.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is marketed as untouched as well. Like, it's literally never been in human contact by the time it gets to you. Like, nobody's put their oily fingers on it. It's only been touched by rubber gloves and the plastic container or bag or whatever it's been put into, and like so outdoor can't be marketed as like a perfectly clean, perfectly, you know, even if it's
they can't even tell you that. Like, I go on the site, they're like, this is good for this. Here, pass me a cup. Are you done?
Oh yeah, I went the wrong way.
So they tell you, and they're like, this is this percentage of what's gonna fuck you up. And it's like probably an 8 number range, but you're like, well, if I get it at its minimum, I'm good. If I get the maximum, I'm fucked. But it's coming.
I find some of that can be really hit and miss, and that's a huge subject.
It's all fucking science.
But here's the thing, though. That's an
science.
Interesting subject, though. The THC quality thing, it's not always a guarantee.
The fucking cannabinoids and the CBD
it's not always a guarantee either. I've watched a big thing, actually, about how there was a lot of fudging when it came to that.
Oh, no doubt, because everybody wants to fucking try to say they got the
best
craziest shit.
There's literally people that I watched this big thing where it was an interview with this guy who was explaining, who worked for this company, and he was explaining, oh yeah, even we've gotten plenty of phone conversations where they're like, listen, that came in at 15%, but how do we make it that it came in at 25%?
They're thinking they're growing this fucking like crazy fucking shit, and then it ends up coming in half under it, right? And they're like, what's average shit? Right? It's good looking shit, but it's not like that's a crazy thing. You can have great looking weed and it's shit. You can have shitty looking weed and it's fucking great.
But that's also another huge subject too, because here's the thing. There's hormones and plant growth regulators and things that are in buds that are changing things too. Like, you might, and it's weird because I've also purchased from the dispensary and had it, they sell me this bag that's supposed to be 23% the best of the best
And
quality
the
shit.
legal shit is
$70 for like
spot
a
on.
fucking
It's
little piece of
spot on.
nugget, right? But no, here's the problem. I've spent the money just because I was curious. Okay, they're charging, $60 a half quarter for this stuff. So 3.5 grams is $60 plus tax. I'm like, this must be like the most insane stuff.
Yeah, like
I pull it out. It doesn't even look that good. Doesn't even smell that great. It's supposed to be super high THC. I smoke it. Toke.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I broken or is this weed just not what it's supposed to be living up to be? And then you get a bag from, like my brother who's like
fucking Billy in the backyard.
My brother's like, yeah, I got this from, my friend Chris's cousin. He grew it.
Yeah.
Try it. It's not too bad. I have one fucking puff off a joint of the stuff and I'm sitting there like contemplating like my existence going, why is Jimmy's backyard to get weed getting me 10 times more ripped off of my ass than this $70 for 3 gram weed at the fucking dispensary? So a lot of that stuff can be.
And you know what? I gotta smoking a joint is like having 2 beers.
Yeah,
3 beers maybe, depending your fucking tolerance, right? But people are like, oh, I can't smoke weed, it fucks me up. But you'll drink fucking 16 beers. That fucks everybody up.
They've gained the tolerance of that though,
right?
Because I couldn't drink 16 beers without being a waste case.
But they're gonna get fucked up, right? And they're like, oh, dude, a joint fucks me up really bad. And it's like, but when you drink 16 beers, like you puked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is actually pretty tasty.
Right? Fuck it, another sour.
Cheers to that, man.
Hey, man, cheers.
Cheers
dude.
to everybody.
Thank you for coming back on the fucking
Thanks
show.
for having me on.
Another fucking episode.
Another random
We're
conversation.
back, and it's just fucking. You know what? That was a big thing.
Talking with the boys.
As much as I thought about taking care of myself, doing this, doing that, doing this, I was like, you know what? I've burned 9 joints this week now. Like 2 a day, 1 today so far. I mean, I'm probably gonna get another 2, 3, maybe an edible. Beat my body up when I was younger. Did a fucking tough job. Wrote it out. Did this, did that. My body has fucking never been better. Like my shit doesn't crack now.
It's time to relax, man.
But you know what though? What it's done to my body the next day, where like I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep and I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know what I mean? Get 6 hours of sleep and you're like, it was the exact same as getting 3 hours of sleep.
You know what though? Here's the thing I will definitely add though to that point. You need to find and keep the balance that you have right now. Because if you start to take it past where you're at now,
I don't know if
I feel like some of that stuff falls off.
Am I there, or am I almost there, or am I past it?
Well, no. I feel like you're in a perfect spot. You're smoking enough that you're enjoying it, and it's not a crazy, unbelievable amount. Where, I said, at this point for me, some of the stuff that I feel like benefited you, and I don't know if this is the same for everybody, because a lot of people could have their opinion on, like, they could be like, I smoked weed for 50 years and I still love it the same. Whereas, like, for me, I kind of miss it. I almost wish that I'd have been able to go on vacation and not have anything for, that whole week. Because that's part of, I kind of love the whole coming back to it.
So here's my thing. And here's my thing too, and I keep it with anything I like to indulge in.
So if you keep it in that nice spot.
So cigars, if I do afternoon shift, I don't smoke. If I do night shift, I don't smoke. Till Friday or Saturday, depending on the shift. Weed, same thing. Drink, same thing. So I'll go 2 weeks straight with only drinking or smoking or having a cigar on the weekend. Right?
Yeah, that's not, dude, that's.
But that's what I was like, fuck, I'm on afternoons. Like, I'm going to get home, I'm going to watch TV and just go to bed. I don't want to. I keep all my stuff out here.
But that's how it keeps it back to what we were saying before, though, about all the verbs and nouns of justifying things. Keeping it within range is what makes it justifiable.
And I think that,
because if you're
that might be my ability to always have a good time.
Blowing shit out of the water all the time, you're not leaving room for anything. You're not leaving room to save a little bit for something cool. It's because you're going way overboard. If you're only having, a couple of joints here and there, you're doing your thing, it makes it so that when you do want to get a nice thing and you do want to add something to the collection, you do feel like splurging on a little something extra. It's not going to be something that you have to worry about because you're not overdoing it.
I mean, my big thing is like at midnight or 11 o'clock at night, I don't want to come out here and start up the heaters and then come out an hour later and then enjoy it because now it's fucking 3, 4 in the morning. Now I'm going to bed and I'm fucked up. Right? So
then you wake up.
That's my big shit. Right? And it's just, I don't know. It was always just like, it was my thing where it's just like, you know what, I'm not going to do this during this week just because it's not. I guess it's not convenient. I look at it like, getting off at work at 11 at night. It's not convenient. I'll do it, but I'm just going to watch TV and go to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think my body and myself has grown to like, mind you, dude, I do night shift for a week. Come Friday, I'm like, fuck, I want a cigar. I want a drink. I want to smoke a joint.
Oh fuck.
I get there, I'm like, I could use a joint right now.
Yeah.
So boom, come that weekend, I wake up and I'm just like, fuck. I'm sitting out here. It's fucking 2-3 in the afternoon. People are still working or just getting done working, and fucking here I am. I got a couple drinks going, a cigar.
You put your time in. You put your time for the weekend.
And that's how I look at it, right? Where it's like, I'm going to indulge in day shift when it's there, but I'm also going to sustain and fucking be, it's like a religious word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it. I'm going to be loyal, I guess. It's not loyal. That was the word I was looking for, but I'm going to be loyal and just, let me ride this out. There's a reward at reward at the end.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know what? This is going to be this day. It's going to be fucking sick. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Haven't seen my buddies all week.
Something to look forward to instead of have as a crutch. That's another big thing too.
I'm up 2-1.
2.
Or sorry, yeah. I guess I'm +2.
On to the number 2.
I'm +2. You're fucking -1. If we're playing golf. Depends what you want to play. What sport are we playing? And it's there.
Man, he's already out.
This is shit. I'm crowning.
The man is out. He's already prairie dogging, so to speak. But no, ultimately, in any situation, moderation is key. Unless you're buying from United Cigars, then do not use moderation. Buy everything. Also, somebody needs to come up with a suggestion to figure out how Justin can make a more convenient pee situation. You gotta get like the United urinal.
A what?
United urinal in the corner there.
Dude, I've thought for years, literally in that corner over there.
Plain side, like a
corner over there,
there.
I thought about just doing a fucking urinal.
Ejecto, where you like pull a lever and just like
blast piss.
Jet streams it right outside.
Blast piss on my fucking neighbor's weed plants that I smoke.
Yeah.
That's how I like. He either gives me tomatoes, lettuce, or weed.
Tomatoes,
or all three.
But that's not a bad combination of shit to get.
But I know I've pissed on them.
All natural.
I can't wash weed.
Bear Grylls, man. Bear Grylls says it's all.
And I mean, but I've done it, right? My wife's like, hey, we just got lettuce from the neighbor in the house. She's like, where was the lettuce from?
Whereabouts in the backyard
and I'm like,
was the fucking lettuce?
Well, he was over there. He told me it was from over there. She's like, okay, bring it in the house now. If not, like, it stays outside till we wash it.
That's funny.
But I mean, I don't know. Like,
who gives a flying rat's ass?
I mean, I don't, right? Once you set fire to that, the fucking whatever's burnt off of it.
She gone, man. Not to mention it.
All right. Next question, right? They go, Dylan, I feel like we gotta have a nickname for you. Like, I'm Fingers, Wiseman's, we call Scott Driller. You need a nickname.
D-Robs?
Yeah, D-Robs.
That's always been my nickname.
D-Robs. All right, we got D-Robs. We're just going, these fucking idiots keep calling me. I don't, like, it's embarrassing how many missed calls I have right now. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be busy till this time. Let's just keep calling.
Keep calling. Hey, you know what though?
Just keep calling.
You never know. You can look at it from two different perspectives. Ultimately, one, people are making an effort to reach you.
No, but I literally told them, like, I talked with them earlier, and I'm like, all right, guys, like, I gotta go. I'm busy.
Well, then
right?
that takes I was looking for the empathetic side of it, but you're right.
I could answer it right now and go, what's up, guys? This and that. See, they called again, and they're gonna see that I'm doing an episode. They're just gonna start hopping on here. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna start hopping on here. So there's no fucking win to it, right?
Take the hint. Join the game. Join the party.
I honestly want to tell you, probably in 15 minutes they're gonna fucking hop on. You're gonna they're gonna hop on, right? I could lock it, but then their fucking request comes across the fucking screen.
Yeah. So
it's still interfering, right? And I might as well just let these idiots on here now.
You know, you gotta like set up, because you got a lot of stuff automated now. I feel like, because I know with my phone, it actually prompts me for like things for my schedule. Like, for example, if I have my phone like muted and stuff, it'll prompt me to be like, well, hey, your phone's been muted. Would you like it if when you walked into your house, it unmuted so that you knew that it was there, or whatever it is? So you could potentially set your phone up so that it literally does not receive notifications. Like, it's just airplane moded from like
But it's not my phone. Well, I could do that, dude, 100%, but it's gonna be the laptop. If they know, if I give them a hint to, I literally don't have to talk. I can't talk to these guys for the entire day. Because the second I talk to them, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm doing an episode later. They're gonna keep calling because they want to talk, and then they want to hop on here because they want to be dickheads, right? And then they're gonna do it. I could lock it, but then you get a notification where it's this guy's trying to join. Then I gotta walk up there, decline. The second when you decline, like the reason why they keep calling.
Set up your other laptop, the older one.
The reason why I keep calling, they keep calling though, is because I declined it. They're like, oh, he's doing something.
He's there.
Let's call him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it rang once, and then he declined it. My wife's ordering fucking pizza for tonight. She's like, Jesus Christ, just fucking ordering the meal.
Where do you guys get pizza from?
We I don't know. We were in. I got a guy I work with. We always talk food because he lives down by your parents, by your mom.
Oh, in Thorold?
Yeah.
Nice.
Federation area.
Nice. I kind of miss that.
I don't think I should say his address.
No.
But he's like a big food guy, and he's like knows like who doesn't love food, but like I was like, I got pizza from here. He's like, fuck, I gotta try that, right? So we talked. We actually got pricey, but we got Pie Guys.
Apparently, Pie Guys is pretty good.
The pizza's fucking nuts, man. Fucking
Somebody showed this thing to me today, and I really gotta go back in and find it again because I will be able to.
All right, I gotta ask it.
Someone showed me this macaroni pizza, but it looked really good. It looked really good,
Stupid.
and it was so cheesy looking. Like it looked fucking.
I don't even know. Like I want to say I've had it, but I know I haven't had it.
And it was
like,
from a local place in Southampton, St. Catharines.
Oh,
apparently.
Bella Noel's.
No,
Really?
no, that wasn't the name.
I want to say I've had like a fucking macaroni pizza from them though.
Hold on. It was this. It's called like Restaurants of Niagara or something.
So you think you look? Here's the question. Fuck. She's swearing now. All right. Oh, another one. I'm annoyed. I get that a lot.
I'm annoyed.
I know it's not that serious.
You're
All
doing
right.
your job.
Here's the question, right?
Doing your job.
Somebody comes to you, hey, you're gonna get in the porn industry. You're gonna make good money, right? Your first scene, you can do a gay porn. You don't have to suck. You could get sucked. You could fuck. You could take it. Whatever you want to do. $5 million.
$5 million?
$5 million, or they go, hey, 100,000. You can get into straight porn. But you don't know how your career is going to do because it's $100,000.
Okay, hear me out.
You're going to be surprised at the answer.
And I don't give a flying fuck about any judgment in this. There's no stipulation on what I do after the initial first.
No, you got one video. You could be the guy giving it. You could be the guy fucking taking it.
Taking $5 million.
Right? Dude,
taking $5 million.
You're the third person to answer that.
I don't give a flying fuck. To anybody and everybody, I don't give a fuck. I am completely comfortable with the fact that a pair of boobies. No.
So here's the thing.
For $5 million, I would pack fudge like Willy Wonka factory.
You don't gotta
if
take
it. It's one scene. I'd close my eyes and be like Megan Fox.
It could be you against,
whatever.
It could be you with the Megan Fox training.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For $5 million, I feel like I'd buy my dignity right back with that. The first fucking purchase I made, I'd be completely content. I'd sleep like a motherfucking baby on a pillow made of fucking sheets that said, "You made $5 million
right?
out of this." I wouldn't give a flying fuck because after that, I would have my $5 million, and I would just keep going into the porn for the 100,000 after in the straight porn.
Boom. So that was my thing.
Now I got $5 million to make the fucking first purchases, and now I'm already in the industry.
Yep.
I've already got a name. Whatever.
So
I'm a porn actor. I don't care. I'm a porn actor. Now I'm on this. Now I'm on the. I'm in the books.
That's it. Dude, you could just
now
produce your own porn.
Now
you could watch people do it.
Either way, I'd never even necessarily. If with $5 million, I could potentially never have to actually be in another porn scene again myself because I can start my own porn enterprise with that $5 million, and then that $100,000 a year would be fucking chump change when I'd be making $250,000, $300,000 a year off my porn enterprise.
That's investing.
I don't even have to work for one fucking boning. One boning.
No, so
one butthole boning. Done deal. And plus, half of us guys want to fuck our old ladies in the butthole anyways. What's the fucking...
Hell yeah.
It's a butthole. If it's a...
I got to be coming home from a wedding if that's going to happen. And
no hairy back, though.
Fuck no.
It's a porn. There wouldn't be a hairy back anyways. There would be no hairy back in porn anyway.
So here's
not a good porn.
Now I want to justify it because we talked a little bit about
$5 million.
Justification.
That's just
so here's the thing.
$5 million fucking dollars.
It's not that. Do you make $100,000 a year?
What afterwards?
No. Do you make $100,000 a year right now?
No.
Neither do I. Everybody I ask doesn't.
If I could fuck for $100,000 a year, I mean, I fuck for free.
But here's the thing.
Like,
here's
as
the
much
thing.
as I possibly can.
Here's
free. If I could do it for $100,000 a year,
right? You just got offered $100,000, but you also got offered $5 million. The time is the exact same amount of time, right? Would you do something for 10 minutes for $100,000? Or would you do something for 10 minutes for $5 million?
Well, I was just.
Here's what I'm going to justify
my
it.
time's worth.
If you made $100,000, you're going to go, no, I wouldn't do that for $100,000, but I would do that for $5 million. You already got $100,000. You don't have $5 million.
At the end of the day,
you could ask somebody that makes $100,000, and they're going to go, I got comfortable as fuck right now. I want more.
But here's the thing, though,
$5 million.
because here's the thing, though, because at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says, unless you're the weird people. Because I've seen some shit on like those crazy TLC things where the millionaires that drive literal like beaters that are falling apart that don't have a second seat. They're like, I'm a millionaire because I saved my money. That stuff. Besides those anomalies, anybody who's making $100,000 a year is living like they make $100,000 a year, which means they're not living.
I want to say 99% of the time. And
you got a nicer car, which means you got a higher payment. You got all this other shit. So at the end of the day, $100,000 a year is just $50,000 a year to you. It's just you have nicer shit than me. At the end of the day, we all have the same shit. Yours is just a little bit classier. You got a Mercedes, I got a Hyundai, whatever. At the same day, we're still
you look like your tax bracket though, because generally it's what people talk about.
Either way, $100,000 a year is actually not that much.
Yeah and no.
It's not that
much.
It's not that much.
It all depends though, as your hobbies grew with your wage. With your income.
That's why I'm saying it's not that much, because if I made $100,000 a year, I wouldn't be like, oh, I don't know if I can spend $3,000 on that. I'd be like spending $3,000 on that.
So here's how I'm going to put it though. If I made $100,000 a year, I would just redo this and put a second story on it where we did it. We parked shit here.
But then again, now you're doubling up on hydro. You've now invested money into it. You know, either way, that's the same thing. Like I said, you're still going deeper into your pocket, which is taking that margin.
But so I bought this when I thought I made the most money in my entire life, right? Now, because of the market and all the shit, now what I bought is worth 3.5 times what I paid for it.
Yeah.
So for me, so I could dump, say, $80,000 into this.
You're still laughing. Okay, but now we're delving into either way.
But that's why I'm looking at it, right? Where I don't want to leave where I came from because I didn't grow it. I didn't grow the house.
No.
You know what I mean? The wife's like.
Either way, at the end of the day, the base thing was.
Yeah.
The $5 million.
Put it in the butt, take it in the butt, or fucking just bang chicks. You want $5 million? That's the thing, right? You could have somebody that's got $5 million, they're gonna be like, I want another $5 million.
That's because $5 million will probably go quick, man. Because if I had $5 million, I mean, I'd buy $1 million worth of shit pretty quick, though.
Think about it. You make $5 million a year, $100,000 a month is less than a day. It's like half a day for you. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, no, I want another $5 million.
Fuck yeah.
I want another $5 million.
I always
$100,000. Somebody that makes $5 million a year. So we got 365 days a year, $100,000 a year, $3.5 million, $3,665,000.
Yeah.
That's. I think my math is a little bit off, but it's over $3 million.
Fuck knows.
It's under $4 million. But you could make $5 million right now in fucking 10 minutes. Nobody's gonna say no to that.
No.
Nobody's gonna say no to that.
You're saying no for the show and out of saying no.
Yeah, you're doing it because you're trying.
I would do that for $5 million. If someone opened up a bag,
you're there and you're like, I don't need $5 million.
If someone opened up a duffel bag, actually, it wouldn't be one duffel bag. It'd be like if someone opened up
briefcases.
If someone pulled up in a Silverado and opened the tailgate, and there was like a bunch of duffel bags in there with bands and bands and bands, and they were like, you could literally just take these keys and drive home with $5 million in duffel bags in the back. Yeah. You'd be like slurping the cum out of a gutter with a straw in a heartbeat. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are.
$5 million is $5 million.
You can talk shit all you want, but if you've seen that cold hard cash, buddy, you'd be on all fours.
Here's the funny thing where I think I'm at right with it now. I would do it once just to get it. I would do it twice just to fucking blow $5 million. That's
a good point.
I blew 20 minutes of my life, or literally I blew 20 minutes of my life away
for $10 million.
For $10 million.
If you think about that in a mathematical standpoint, at how many dollars an hour value that you're putting upon yourself for that 20 minutes, that's substantial.
It's like a fucking. It's like a $750,000 investment.
I've had way too much joinage to even attempt to even get.
But I mean, that's like you can't do anything better than that. I mean, whatever. All right, next question. D-Robs, you're gonna be a professional athlete What sport are you going to be the professional athlete in, and why? You want another crap beer?
Sure. What sport?
Yeah, what sport and why? You got to justify it. Justification is a big word this episode.
See, here's a big.
Got part of my name in it.
Here's a big thing, because it depends on like. Because some people would be like, well, you know, motocross, for example.
Okay.
Well, that's not a crazy sport, but a professional athlete, it's what it takes to be a motocross racer. I don't know. I don't care what anybody says. If an average dude hops on a bike and tried to race it around a track, even if he could pull it off,
I lost my fingers.
His arms would be rubberized. They'd be gassed. It takes.
I didn't even get that far, man. I was an average dude. I fucking lost my fingers.
It takes athletical, serious ability to be able to, you know, do that kind of shit. But that's not what I'm saying I'm doing. I'm just saying classifying certain shit.
Oh, yeah.
It depends per thing. But I think personally, if I was going to do something like that, it's snowboarding.
All right, yo, you and Driller on this. Driller said skiing. I respect your answer more. Skiing is sort of lame.
I don't know if I want to do the pizza and French fries, but then again, I've seen some serious shit where they're like doing some epic shit. But then again, the same dudes are doing the same shit on fucking snowboards, and it looks cooler than skis. In my opinion, personally, I'm not going to harp on it.
I mean, it's a trend thing. That's skateboarders versus BMXers.
It's the same. It's the same. If anything, I feel like skiing is more dangerous, man. Like that's both your legs, like potentially like going one way and snapping over here, and one way going snapping over here.
You blew out your crotch.
And like, I mean, at least when you're this way, it's like you're condensed.
100%. Yeah,
that's
100%.
How I would feel like physically. Like I don't know, the whole ski thing.
This is a fucking good one. I think it's a year old.
Plus, when you're landing, man, like I feel like having the ability to be together and land like all together versus like what if you land like this leg
it's like a spring. It's like you're now suspension. Your body is suspension.
Oh, well, imagine like the left side of your spine when you land like from a fucking 50-foot jump drop. And you land a little bit cocked to the left.
Oh yeah, back heavy now. Bam.
And like that's all one side. So I think to be honest, Driller might be onto something with the skiing things. That's kind of badass.
Finish that. Let me pour this.
Now that you really dissect it. But either way, the snowboarding thing, because I've been watching it, man. Those guys live a crazy good life in the sense that they're just having a good time.
What is it? Mark and fucking what's his brother's name? That MTV show, the Morris Brothers.
I'm not sure.
Fucking sick show though, but like they literally like lived. They got. The one brother's bagging a fucking professional surfer.
So imagine just literally living on like
a
resort, like a ski resort. You're living on the mountains.
Yeah.
You're in a fucking cabin. You're literally every day you wake up and you're like, that's gorgeous. Let's go snowboard it.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're going to the X Games and you're doing quadruple fucking backflip,
corkscrew,
360 corkscrew melons, McTwist landing, you know, down like. It blows my mind because I know, for example, I've jumped off of bridges for swimming. You know, we used to jump it. I don't know how well Welland would be known, but on anybody that would watch this. But there is a bridge on the 406. There's a highway called the 406.
Oh yeah, it's on the right hand side where you jump.
There's a bridge, and there's another train bridge past that. The train bridge is fun to jump and swim from. Yes, great, but the highway bridge is a lot higher. So we would actually run along the side of the highway and the shoulder of the road while cars are fucking like whipping by, and we would jump off the side of that bridge. And
green ass like aqua colored water.
Yeah, and
it's beautiful water, but it's fucking dirty. I don't even think it's dirty.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I swim in the Grand River, so
yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, think about it. You can literally see your hand in the water in the canal, but if you go up north into some black waters.
It's black, so it's just so deep, and it's fucked up, man. Finish that. You gotta try some of this shit.
But the point is, I think if to answer the question, snowboarding would be definitely up there.
Snowboarding.
It would be.
All right. So you know what I've done? I think I did professional curler and professional dart player.
The dart player is an interesting answer.
Have you ever watched that on TV?
Dude, they're insane. Those guys,
they fill an arena like it's fucking.
They really do, and they like are banging out bullseyes like it's going into style.
That's crazy, right? You're literally like you're fucking what you want to throw, you're doing.
You're doing.
Let me land it in there.
I've watched some of these guys, and like especially when you watch the highlights, just like you watch a Roy Jones Jr. highlights on YouTube, you're not seeing the bullshit. You're literally seeing the dirty combos and the knockouts. And I've watched some dart videos where guys are like the triples. The bullseyes.
Dude, they're sniping. They're
just shoot, shoot, shoot. 3 darts, 3 bang-on shots, and I'm just thinking to myself, there is never a chance. I would never live a day to see that happen. Not in a million years.
So, I think,
Not even in 5 million years after I fucking do.
right? I think, what would I really want to become? I think, you know what? See, I didn't actually have an answer, but I was like, I did curler, I did fucking dart player.
What made you do curler? The intensity, the focus.
None of them are in really solid shape.
They're all just donuts, throwing donuts.
And that's it, man. Like, I just mean it's, you know,
That's
you don't
fair.
ever want to be the sweeper, but you want to be the guy that just tosses it and he's like, I'm done.
The guy
And then now you're
who's
yelling
just
at
like,
everybody else to do what you want them to
Here's
do.
the issue, and I'm just letting it go.
Right?
Goodbye.
Hey, guys, fix this. Oh,
It's out of my
sorry.
hands. No. Oh shit.
I tossed heavy.
Tossed heavy.
All right, so right now we are drinking Hornet's Nest
there it is.
Double India Pale Ale from Counterpart Brewing in Niagara Falls. Right
We're all
down,
about the locals today.
dude, 100%, man. Dude, where we live, we got an insane amount of good craft beer.
We do.
That's actually this, but you guys will never get in the
Not only
United
that,
States.
especially at this point in time, support local through and through.
So it's about the fucking small businesses, man. I've been,
as much as I'm down to support local, you've definitely given me some stuff from farther away that was like,
but you know what I mean? That was gifted to me from somebody that was supporting local.
that's true. That's a good point.
So
Somebody who's
it's-
supporting local
It's
saying, here, let me
just
share the
sharing
wealth and
local.
show
I mean,
you.
I've talked about this before, right? People are like, oh, I only support local. Dude, how did I see you in a Walmart the other day? Right, but I mean, dude, you got to understand that you can't just preach that shit. Everybody's gonna go to a Walmart.
It's
Everybody's gonna
almost
go to.
tangerine.
Yeah, man, it's fucking sick. 8% too.
8%.
8% beer, man.
It's like a vodka drink.
100%, man.
Cheers to that. I like that.
Hey, man,
Thank
cheers,
you very
dude.
much.
That's low. I grabbed that just as the lockdown ended. Actually, like the first time we went to this brewery and just sampled the shit ton of beers, and I walked out of there with $140 worth of beer.
Hey, but
Yeah.
you know what? $140 worth of beer is $140 worth of
I
enjoyment.
think it was like 48 beers. 48 beers, which I mean, you're still spending 80 to fucking $90 to buy a regular case of beer, right? So, yeah, I don't. Oh fuck, I did it. Jesus Christ. Move it over here. I'm gonna knock it down again. Let me check my notes, and we're gonna indulge in another question.
Yeah, so
Another random question. I just mean,
I like those because it kind of puts you. I watched a thing. I've been trying to actually. I came across this psychology thing. It was a random video that I seen, and it made me kind of dive in a little bit more about some of these random psychology facts. And it was this girl
Yeah.
that was doing it in like one of her university classes, and she was explaining these random tricks. Like, for example, there's one about making somebody feel uncomfortable, and she directed it. She's saying like, okay, for example, here's for you people in customer service. If somebody's coming at you super strong, say I came through the McDonald's
yeah,
or whatever it is, and you
you're like, I said 2 pickles and you gave me fucking 1. Like that's what you're going off on me about, right?
So she explained,
Right.
you're doing that. She said, you stare at their fucking mouth.
Oh yeah, make eye contact.
Not
Mouth,
her eye.
sorry, mouth
You
contact.
stare at their fucking
Yeah.
mouth like.
Now I think you're looking at. I got like one mark on my tooth down there. That's why I think you're standing there.
So
I'm like,
you
oh,
start
fuck.
in your brain. Now
Yeah,
you're
like,
fucking
oh,
like
fuck.
turning the cogs. Now
Right.
you're starting to worry. It's starting to now you're
Yeah,
losing your train of fucking
you
anger.
dim it down. You're just
directed-
like, fuck, I'm
you're-
an idiot.
And it can, and she said that you can literally dim somebody right down doing shit like random shit, like you're getting yelled at and you just start staring at their teeth, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, anyways, have a nice fucking day, and they're like going to their car quick to check to see if they got fucking broccoli chunk in their fucking tooth. Crazy.
Give us a
psychology.
teeth check. Yours are whiter than mine.
Are they? I don't think so. There's no way. No, there's no fucking.
I gotta hit you with a little care package when you go,
And if they are, it's because I've been using this whitening toothpaste with my old lady, and it's like the special order shit.
bro. That's what I was gonna send you away with.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
legit.
I've been using. I got putting the crazy whitening pens and shit like that.
No shit.
I haven't used the whitening pen in like 3 weeks, but like it was like noticeably different.
No shit.
Like I would see people stare at my teeth. I'm like,
It's white as
like
fuck.
checking it, right? I'm like,
I seen a
I'm
funny
saying,
ass
but I'm
video.
like, yeah, I brushed my teeth with good
I
whitening.
seen a-
Charcoal shit. You gotta
Fucking
use charcoal toothpaste.
funny ass video. This girl started doing this whitening process in her teeth, and her lighting situation, she didn't like. It didn't really
Didn't compliment the fucking teeth.
It didn't compliment, so she's just like
That's the way.
going at it, right?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, she ended up catching it. Like somebody had, like, I guess, commented. So she shows it how, like, this is what I thought, and then she shows herself like in the fucking like light on the porch kind of thing, like standing there. These things are like fucking beaming white, like literally Kendall,
it's like impossible white.
beaming white, and she's like howling in laughter. She's like, they're too fucking white now. She's like,
Yeah, and it's
somebody,
like
I
nobody.
need to go to get a coffee. I need to get
Yeah,
some
she's
shit.
like, I'm fucking smoking
She's
a
like,
pack of
I need to
cigarettes and have 10
yeah.
coffee.
She's like, I need to do something to get all these bad
Right.
boys down again because I overdid it, way overdid it, and I was just fucking laughing because her reaction was too funny. But that made me think of that.
Yeah, and I was just like, and I thought about that. I'm like, well, what is too white, right? Like my teeth are still grimy.
You don't want her
Not
to be
grimy in the
perfect.
sense like that.
No.
But I was like, I smoked for fucking
Guy,
16 years.
I'm a full advocate for looking like you lived. I don't like the fucking.
But I was like, you know,
never lived a day
I'll
of your
carry
life.
I'll carry my age and my fucking abuse here, no problem. People are like, oh, you got punched in the face. I drank last night. You know, I just I'm like shit. You know, but it's like at least get like, and that was my big thing. Like when I was at Truly off cigarettes, I was like, well, I owe my teeth something, right? I beat them up, and you know, everybody that was like back in the day.
We're back to the
Back in the day,
personal care,
cigarettes
man.
were good for you. Cigarettes were good for you. The only thing they did was yellow your teeth. That's all they did back in the day, right? It didn't kill you. You don't know, but there was lung cancer wasn't there.
Yeah, but half the yellow your teeth thing, I think, came from the fact that brushing your teeth and super mouthwash wasn't like so advertised.
Exactly. Yeah.
A lot of that's also
Yeah.
like product of environment too. Like if you're literally drinking a red wine and smoking a pack of butts every night and falling asleep on the couch like that, I'm sorry, but you're gonna get some fucking
So you know what I think
some
my thing
yellow
was.
nuggets going.
My thing was like, I'm on day shift. Got fucking super hammered last night. Wake up. Fuck. You know, I gotta make a coffee and I gotta go to work. Not making the fucking 3 minutes to brush my teeth. Going to work all day, fucking eating shit, but on this night you get home and you're like, I'll shower first and then I'll brush my teeth. And then you brush your teeth and you're like, if you off-road with your car 4 times a day, you're probably gonna wash it each time. Because I'm gonna off-road and I gotta go to a wedding.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, you got fuck, dude.
is that 3?
3.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, it starts creeping on me and then I can like feel it. Like it feels like it's in the fucking front. My fucking
And then
my beer fanny pack. Then it's just like I gotta do this now.
Right
It's
to
the
the
only- it's the only thing I can think of.
0 to 100, eh? No, not me. I have a fucking blockade. It's just like there. It stops. It hits the stop.
You got no idea.
This cigar, by the way, Psycho 7, wonderful, and it's not 7 fucking inches long, so it's something you can enjoy in a shorter amount of time, and not have to keep relighting it. Even though I did relight this one because I still stuck on the cigarettes. Unfortunately, that's something all of us should get off. Having a cigar now and again, completely fine. But
Dude,
pack of butts a day, not good.
I know I've pissed more than I've actually drank. And I literally went the whole day without having water. I got home, I had 3 glasses of water.
Well, that would have been absorbed.
Right? I just covered for what I didn't drink throughout the day.
That would have absorbed. That would have been gone. You wouldn't have peed any of that out. The reason why we're peeing this out is because it's like,
No, but I'm like, I've had more drinks and not peed as much. Do you think I got a UTI? I don't know from what, but I mean, hey, your boy could contract a fucking UTI. I don't
you
know.
never know, man.
I don't know. It could be from fucking maybe. I don't.
Did you follow the rules?
What's the rules?
You always gotta
I
fucking
can't
drop.
fuck gallon of cranberry.
No, you gotta drop a leak after you bone every time.
I always do that.
You gotta drop a leak, man.
I'm like, you're aiming
Yeah,
there, and
clearly.
you're like, fuck, where's it going? Where's it going? You're like, and then it hits constant stream because you had that shit clogged up.
Depends. You gotta make sure. I usually, because the old lady, like me and the old lady are usually pretty cautious, but
Oh yeah, you get those drunk nights.
you don't always have. So sometimes you get the old fucking splooge method, right? Where you're like, all right, let's time this so that we don't fucking
You're like,
quick fucking.
and you're just like, I think it's all
the
in your
old
belly.
pull-out
I
method,
think it's
right?
all-
I'm
you know what I
pretty
mean?
sure
I
it
think
all
it's
made
there.
it right there.
I don't know.
You got to make sure that you hit yourself with the towel. Make sure you're extra clean,
Is
so
it
that
on
you're
me?
not fucking doing the fucking split streamer 2 minutes after when you go for your piss.
So it happens, I guess probably like every other time, but like I push so hard it goes, and then fucking full stream, right?
Yeah. which is also that is a nice time though when you breach and you're like,
oh, dude, it's like a good burp. Like you're doing these small burps, and
you get it out. You're like,
oh man, like I got indigestion. You're like farting. It's like, why is it little farts? And then you're like,
you fucking have that one that just clears you fucking right out. You can feel yourself like shrink down. You're like,
So what is it? I think it's 52 farts a day. Burns an eighth of a pound. And then I remember a guy sent it to me at work.
No wonder. My grandma always said, wherever you may be, let your wind blow free because it's the most healthy.
So it's good, but you're not. It's like a fart is like a shit, but it's just air. So you're like, I got to shit, but just let me not shit. Let me just hold it, right? So you got to figure if you don't shit, right? You hold it up inside
past the shell, man.
right? You know you got to shit today, and you hold it, right? You got, it could be a fucking 6-inch log, could be a fucking foot long log. I don't know what you shit. It could be a coiler, right? But you're like. But you're like this.
Steamer, right?
But you're like this. You're like, oh, I'm not gonna shit today. I'm just gonna hold it. Thing goes back up inside you. The next day you're like, I gotta shit. You've eaten everything. You fucking whatever. Now you got another log beside you. Now you're shitting. You're like, one's out. You're like, I'm done. Then you're like,
2 minutes.
You're like, how did I just shit? Fucking 2 feet of stuff. Like that's not right. Like
no. More fiber, bud. You eat more fibers if that's what's
dude, trust me. I eat like a fucking big thing of yogurt a day, bag of milk. I get
that's a lot of dairy. That's not good.
No, but I get celery, then I eat some red meat.
Still, though, a lot of dairy and red meat's not that good either. I've been reading up a lot of the newer stuff.
Oh, I'm 170 pounds right now.
Yeah, but 170 pounds doesn't mean that you're fucking like.
It's mostly this this 5 o'clock shadow I got going on. I'm gonna be honest. No, well, it's not even that.
Because I look like I'm in good shape, and I've definitely had way more.
You got those V's. You got those V's.
Yeah.
In the middle of summer after a good day, when you sweat, you got those fucking V's, and I was like, I'm looking at Donut.
How's that A&W?
I'm looking at Donut. I'm like, I'm fucking 213. How is this motherfucker got this on me? And I'm like, no. He's like, you want something? No. I'm turning it down. I'm like, look at this guy. I'm like,
oh, it's good fucking jeans.
Fuck this guy. And I'm like, fuck this motherfucker. I'll walk around with my shirt off too. And guys are like, yo, dude, your underwear are too tight. I go, no. I'm like, they're just fitted. I got fitted under.
Listen, I dated a European girl for a long time. All of my underwear are tight at this point. They're supposed to be boxer briefs, but they're more like tighty whities with a lip sometimes, it seems like.
Yeah,
some of them are tight. It's all because they're all European underwear that she bought me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's comfortable as shit. Yeah. These are good.
Dude, so you know what?
Plus, I don't give a fuck about if my underwear is tight, because I ain't worried about anybody checking bird watching. You want to bird watch? Well, get embarrassed, bitch.
Your ass crack's hanging out. Your ass crack's hanging out. Number one, it's at the bottom of my fucking back. So why are you staring at the fucking swole of my back or lower? Like, you're trying to say, you think I got dimples? Like, and then you're like, oh, your ass crack was hanging out. Thanks for watching me. Like, thanks for checking me out.
Grab a piece of this muffin?
Right? Like, dude, buddy, grab over there. Fucking, we're Seinfeld, man. Get that muffin top.
Squeeze.
But that was the big thing. And I remember coming home from work one day, and you're like, guys, that, we're talking about, like, we're just talking about work, and you're like, fucking this guy says this guy says that, yada, 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 right? And I was like, dude, I got rode for fucking years. Like, oh, look at how you dress, fucking yada, yada, this and that. You dress like this, you dress like this, you dress like that. And I'm like, people I hang out with, right? They're like, I dress like them. And you're like, yo, you dress good. You dress good. And you're like, that's a crazy thing. You're like, dude, how you look now is how they looked in Europe fucking 5 years ago when I was there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and you're just like,
you have the long biker shirts and stuff.
Right. And it was just like, dude, like, how, you look at it, you're like, that's fucking normal.
And honestly, I'll give it to
you. And I looked at you and I'm like,
have style, man.
I'm looking at you and I'm like, well, you dress normal. But both of us went into work just wear different shit than everybody else, right? We had nice fitted shit, because it goes back to just taking care of you, dude. Nobody's,
man.
You don't. Why are you walking around and you got fucking
$30 fucking dollars a pair for fucking underwear, man? $30 fucking bucks a pair. Not always. Right now, I got my Jack and Jones.
I probably shouldn't.
I got my Jack and Joneses on right now, but the Saks guy,
sushi rolls.
The fucking those are sick. Those are sick, dude. I gotta get me some sushi roll ones.
I legit have.
Too many.
I don't even know if I can say it. Yeah, but I mean, I probably got a G. I got a G bar and fucking underwear.
You probably got a G in underwear.
And then
But you're all about the fucking styles, man.
No, it's not style. It's not style though.
I got more.
Dude, you don't want to put your dick in something fucking dirty.
No.
Put your dick in fucking something nice. Put your feet are what make you money.
It's true. I'm quality about socks.
You can go to work and do something with hands every day. Put your feet.
Nice socks and underwear.
That's the only shit I would.
If I'm wrapping up my dick and my feet, I'm on my feet all day, and my dick is important. So.
But
I'm wrapping it up.
That's it though. You know what I mean? Like just.
Saks.
You could put nice pants on, but you
Cheap
can wear
shout
some.
out, man. Saks are
Dude,
some
Saks
serious
fucking
underwear. If
stands.
anybody's afraid to spend $30 on underwear, fear not. It's worth it. They got the ballpark pouch, man. The thing fucking makes sure that you're not doing any side lag fucking Jimmy, and when you're trying to walk and you're getting half a fucking boner going, like, because the thing's rubbing on your leg like you're getting a hand job. No, none of that. Things don't go nowhere. Everything
things burn like a hand job when you're 16 years old.
Everything is right where it needs to be, very comfortably. No sweaty the breeze. Everything's fucking mint. The Saks are insanely good underwear, and they're fashionable. Your old lady's gonna be like, "Yo, that's a cool pair of underwear." And
no, you know what it is? You're gonna be the guy at work and you bend over and we're all dudes. Our ass crack hangs out a little bit. You know, you see a little bit of boxers and you're just like,
"Where'd you get that?"
You know, I got a pair inside that hot dogs. I got a pair inside that's beers that are with the Canadian flag.
You know what's funny?
Beers.
If you have something on that another guy is willing to ask you where you got it from, it's dope.
Yeah, you just like,
because guys don't.
Where'd you get those from? Oh, they're gay.
Guys,
and it's like, really, they're that gay? But you
now you fucking asked me.
Now you're inquisitive, and now you want to ask me all this information about where I got my gay stuff from.
Yeah, exactly. That's why that dude, if you check this fucking Instagram that he doesn't have you following, you'd be checking out his fucking Saks hanging out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's just, you got to invest in your body, though. You know what I mean? Your body is designed like a piece of swimwear. One-time
use. Might as well have your shit feeling good, man.
Invest in this. You only got one body, man.
But you know what? It's hard for me to advocate for all of that because we were talking about shit before and I was making jokes, but you gotta have, like, even my one buddy gets mad at me. He's like, I actually think it's like disgusting. He's like, I actually don't like that about you. He's like, the fact that I can eat better than you and I have all this weight going. He's like, and then there's you eat literally 7 fucking things at McDonald's in one shot. Like, I get 2 combos. I can literally order 2 full combos, 2 double Big Mac combos with poutine on each and an iced tea on each, and I would bet you any money in the world I would be able to just crush both of them, no problem. And I'd be like, fucking give me a couple hash browns too.
That's truly a mental thing.
And it literally looked like I fucking do push-ups and sit-ups, and I do not do either of those things. And then my buddy's like, I'm eating steak and fucking literally like a little steak and this and that, and like doing nice all this time. Homemade dishes, you're literally going to bed on A&W every night, and somehow he's like, what the fuck? So live healthy.
That's a confidence thing, dude. I never told you this before, but that's a confidence thing. You walked in here and I got fucking 2-3 other buddies you never met before. And you're like, you're fucking, you're dabbing up with everybody, fucking shaking hands. Like, I'm doing. You're like, you guys want this? You guys want this? You never met any, but that's the confidence in you, is what. And I noticed that. I'm not fucking. I don't got your tone, but when I got confident with my job, right? I realized with my job, I'm like, I'm here because of what I know and what I can do, right?
Yeah.
These other guys here look at you like, why is he here? Why is he here? Right? And they're looking at you. I've done it to people before, right? And I'm like, I'm here because of this. Like, watch me, motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I mean? You look at them like, don't question me why I'm here, right? And that's the same shit with you when you came here, right? And you had 3 other guys here. You didn't know who they were, and you're like, yo, what's up, dudes? Stop hands. Like, yo, you guys want some of this and that, right? And you hit a point with them, they're like, oh, you want a cigar? You know what I mean? This shit, right? But that's the confidence you carry in it with it, right?
But you may a lot of when that you're comes confident, with its own insecurity too, though. It's an
but that's the thing, though, right? You think you're confident, right? Because you're like, you got to be confident. Number one, you always got to be confident. But you can tell yourself, but you got to be confident.
That's verge on sociopathic fucking.
Right? but that's where you can carry yourself, right? When you can carry yourself and you're just fucking confident, don't walk into something like, I could do this, I could do that, but I don't know if I could do that. No, but if you can do this and that, you can do that, right? Fucking carry it.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Why just fucking carry it? You know what I mean?
But you can walk. You can walk into. For that.
You came here for the fucking first time, right? I didn't always have that though. I've probably had it for I don't want to say I had it, but I want to think I've probably gotten it for like 2-3 years, right? Where it's, I've walked into random places and like, let's do an episode, right? And you get people walking in and they're fucking howling. Right, and I'm like, Carl, what do you think? And he's like, my name's Frank. And I'm like, sorry, bro. Frank's over there. Carl's over there, right? It's just like, but it's just, you got to be fucking calm. Why? But it's, no matter where you go, what you do, why are you here? You could go, you don't like sushi, but you walk into a sushi restaurant and you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'll spend fucking $200 on sushi. You're there because you could throw that down.
Yeah.
You're there to do that, and you don't care. It's not that you don't care. It's, you don't care, but you're not worried about you're not worried about, well, what are these people going to think of me?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not
at the end of the day, man, you can't worry too much about that kind of shit. You can't. And it's a big thing for everybody, especially now with everybody being so focused on that kind of shit.
So you gotta be positive, man. Just be fucking. If you're going to do something every day for 40 hours a week, why are you not positive on it? If you're negative on it, go do something else for 40 hours a week. Right? What do you? So.
Yeah, but some of that boils down to like today's society with being able to be like afford shit. Because like for example, I would love to have a different type of job in a sense, but I can't necessarily do that because if I wanted that, it's not necessarily.
It's not you don't have that job. Why don't you have that job? Why are you not doing that job?
Yeah, but no, it's
and
not
you're like,
that.
well, this. What?
Because I'd love to be able to like stand at a counter, like you look at these dispensaries. Speaking of, I smoke weed. I advocate for this and that. I would love to educate people on it.
But
what if I worked at a dispensary? But I'm gonna make fucking $16 an hour selling weed at a counter, bored as fuck out of my life.
But you got to look at it. If you want to work for 20 extra hours a week, why can't you do that? Why can't you do that? You have the knowledge. They're gonna interview you and be like, holy fuck.
Yeah, part time. I could do part time.
Dude burns.
Yeah, dude burns.
Dude
Actually,
burns.
you know what? The old lady, I ended up talking to her. My buddy was telling me about how his chick is like, he's like, honestly, man, I don't know what happened. He's like, one day we were just doing our thing, and next thing you know, she was like this fucking grown ass businesswoman, like all just out there. And apparently she was like, resumes, this and that, job interviews. Apparently this chick's literally answering job interview phone calls now. Yeah. He said she gets so many fucking calls because she's like putting herself out there. He said that this woman answers the phone. Listen, I hate to sound rude, but I'd like to get to the fucking point and just say, what's it pay? What's my benefits?
What do you offer me?
Is this going to be good enough for me? And otherwise, this isn't worth my time. Right. So I went to my old lady and actually talked to her and told her, listen, go for what you're passionate about. You love all this stuff. So what'd she do?
That's it, man.
She went. She actually did. She revised her shit. She has an interview at one of the dispensaries coming up.
Dude, good for her, man.
And I was like, fuck yeah, there you go. Get in there. I was like, get in there. Get us some fucking, I was like, get us some fucking cheap weed. Get yourself into some shit you're passionate about. I was like,
that's the thing, though. You know what I mean? So, what do you want it to? Right? People are like, oh, he just left. Dude.
Oh, he
just left. But like, you know, you ask me, what do I want to do? I'm fucking cool with what I do. What I truly want to do, I really don't know, actually. I would just love to do this. How can I invest to do this more? I guess just do it all day long.
Just stop.
Stay home and just.
Well, no, you're already making steps, man. You got
cool shit. That's the thing, though, right? But
you're upgrading one step at a time.
You know, the same shit happened to my wife, right? She got out of retail, right? She's really high up in retail, and she's like, I don't know what I do. I got to work, and I'm like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? She's like, I think I could really be a really good. You know, I could work for the school board. Right?
Work with people, work with kids, work with whatever.
Right? I'm like, well, why don't you do that? She's like, well, I got to do this class and this class. I'm like, you have a fucking degree in human resources.
Do it.
I go, yeah, it's fucking old. Like, you know, you got it fucking 10 years ago, whatever. But I'm like, what do you really want to do? She's like, I want to do this. I'm like, why are you not doing it? She's like, well, you know, I have to do this, I have to do that. I'm like, I have to start down here, and I'm like,
so do it.
You doing that does not affect what we do. It's just, if you want to do that, I would. And I said to her,
you know what I want to fucking do?
What's that?
I want to make $5 million. Fucking somebody in a porno.
Hey, you only gotta do it once. Hey, you do something one time, you don't put it on a resume.
Retired.
You put something on a resume that you were there for like a year to 5 years at.
Think about it. I'm used to living. It doesn't matter how much I make now, but let's just say it ain't fucking $5 million.
No.
I'd be retired instantly. You want to know why? I would take $1 million. I would take that, and I would buy a house, cash out front. And it wouldn't be it wouldn't be $1 million house. I'd buy like a $650,000 house.
Yeah.
Just a nice, like, no, I wouldn't say humble, because $650,000 can go a decent way.
You build it, but it's what you want.
I would get a nice house.
I got a video game room.
You know, I'd do it. A little bar room, ping pong table, whatever the fuck. Yeah. I'd have a little pool in the backyard, whatever. I'd have my garage. I'd get what I'd want. I'd go, stay around there. The rest of that money, I'd buy a truck outright.
Yeah.
And then I'd buy a toy. Well, a couple of toys. Like I'd get my dirt bike, get all that shit. Get a nice old car.
Snowboard. You gotta get a snowboard.
Gotta be able to do my triple 360 backflip flare 180 fucking 7,000.
You gotta get a snowboard. Just because I gotta call you out what you said earlier.
Fuck yeah.
Well, you gotta be that guy with a lot of money. You're like, I'm going to achieve my goal.
Yeah, do it.
And it's like,
That's it. Now that I won this $5 million,
You could be a guy with no arms. You're like, I'm going to be a contortionist.
No.
Dude, it's physically impossible.
I've seen some crazy shit. Actually, these guys that are paralyzed, this is new stuff because I like gaming stuff.
Yeah.
There's these dudes I've been watching, man. They literally have to blow into shit and suck into shit and move shit with their face. They literally. So imagine a guy
They're doing this.
nothing.
They're doing this. They could have $5 million.
So I'm telling you, they have straws, literally. Bunch of different straws and like different levers, and literally with their face, dude. I shit you not. Imagine a game of Call of Duty that you're playing with your face. I shit you. That's what they're doing. I shit you not. They're literally.
Dude, if that was me and if breathing was
doing
shooting,
all this shit. I was
dude,
like,
if breathing was
what
shooting,
the
I'd pass out. They're like, yo, JP just won this round, but he just passed out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was fucking banging my. I got a fully automatic weapon. I'm like. Then I just fucking hit the ground. It's like, yo, he won, but he's fucking not saying
He's
nothing.
out, man. He won the gun.
So you wake up and you're like, hey guys, what happened? And they're like, dude, you won. You just let a fucking huge fucking automatic weapon just spray everywhere.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I had to breathe and I fucking passed out.
Yeah, ultimately, man.
But dude, it's, I don't know. So going back to my wife, right?
Wonderful woman.
Thank you, man. Thank
She's
you.
wonderful.
No, you know, you
I have a
always
good
been
time.
so
I
fun.
like her. She's a good woman.
What do you think of her father?
I liked him too.
And I pointed at his chair. I don't know why. But
No,
he's the only
that's
guy
where he
that fits
was.
it.
That's
He's
where he
literally
was.
every time he comes here, that's what he says.
No shit. Yeah, no.
But
I
he's
thought
a
he was a
dude,
hoot, man.
knowledgeable
He was a-
dude.
he was a hoot.
One of his, two of his friends.
Not only that, he was one of those guys. I have a weird thing with stuff like that. Like certain people, they leave a staple. Like they just have this certain staple. Like that, they're like that guy. He was just this big, like the what's that one book? The mouse or the mice?
Mice and Men.
Mice and Men.
Yeah.
He's like a big Lenny.
Lenny?
This
yeah,
big
yeah.
Lenny dude, but he's not stupid. He's just this big smart Lenny dude that was so chill, so personable. He was so like he was like somebody that you've been friends with forever.
He's double my age, but he will
such
sit
a
out
nice
here with
guy.
us.
He was a great guy, just shooting the shit, and honestly, I enjoyed it. Like he was a good guy.
Yeah,
he
I know.
definitely hit it big. And that was a big thing too. Like with my old lady too. Like her family, man.
Yeah, you gotta be able to get along.
They got
You know
some
what I
good
mean?
family. Like her dad and mom are a fucking hoot, man. Like I've sat down and played cards with them, and I went from going and doing these like intensely like fancy family gatherings with like the European thing where everybody was like dressed nice and talking in a different language than me. That was great and all, but some of these family outings that I've been on now, it's a good old family barbecue. Joints are going around, drinks are
You're just
going
doing
around.
shit.
Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's literally like family, like literally people that I had just met the first time in my life were like the coolest. Like I felt so comfortable, and that guy was like that kind of. Person.
Dude, that's and you know what? That's it. He's met a couple of my friends, but he's like, I gotta be honest with you. He's like, I think that guy's a freeloader, and I'm like, you're not like you're right. You're not honest. You're just like you.
Well,
you're right.
I was a fucking freeloader.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
Thing.
Like 6 years ago, no, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, he's like, I think that guy's a fucking freeloader. I'm like, you're 100% right, but he did a lot of my filming work for me, and I have to pay him shit, so I don't care. I just like, hey, you want a beer? Have a beer.
Yeah.
You want a drink? Have a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You make me more than what you actually want from me, so I don't care. But he's like, that Dylan guy, he's like, he's a pretty cool dude.
Did he?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's like, he's a pretty cool guy. He's like, you know some stuff.
Well, we were talking about weed and shit. So.
Right? But he's like, you're like, here, try this. I think you gave him something to take home. And he's like, here, you just keep it.
Yeah, he gave me a joint, I think, too, that I smoked with the old lady with the banana cushion and the oil on it.
Right? Some crazy ass shit, right? And you're like, it's wild.
And I was like, I love the old man shit, man. All those old guys are like, here's try this kush with oil. I'm like, fucking every time.
That's wild, because it's like the shit you look up online and you want to buy or you want to try. It's like the shit he's like, hey, I got it. And I've had it for fucking 10 years before.
Yeah.
Oil wasn't even oil when I started doing it. It was something
You're just trying oil now? What the fuck?
Right?
You're like, Jesus Christ, man. This guy's been literally in the game
So
longer than I've been a sperm chunk,
right?
like, for Christ's sakes.
So I got to go back to this whole, when my wife come home right now, it's just like, what do you want to do? And she's like, well, I think I'd be good at this. Do it then. Like, well, why are you not doing it? Well, I don't want to take this time off. And it's like, well, collect unemployment.
You paid into it enough, for Christ's sakes. You
That's
might as well
it.
fucking
Right?
get some of it back.
It's not even a benefit. It's just something you still pay back on top of what you take out of it. And then you still pay into it every fucking day.
Let's just say you pay into it. And for an average person who works for the majority of their life and collects unemployment once in their fucking life, you've paid into it 10 million
Yeah, your pension
more than
ain't
you're
even
ever
half
going to get back, especially considering they only give you a portion of your wages. It's like, hey, I've paid you how many thousands of dollars in the last years, and you're going to give me a third of fucking what I make in a week?
Finish that. You got to try some of this. It's going to be your last one unless you tell me you want more.
Who's trying to fuck me up over here?
No, it's having a fucking craft beer, man. But I looked at him like, I'll take off the summer because that's what they do, right? I'm gonna take the fucking summer off then. And she's like, well, what are you gonna do? I'm like, what do you want to do this summer? I won't take 2 weeks off with you this summer, so we don't spend as much money, but I'll still take fucking time off, right? So she did it, and then she said something to me. She's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I looked at her and I go, I want you to come home from work and not bitch to me about work. Then I said it to her. She started laughing. I go, I love hearing about your day. I don't want to hear you bitch about work. Right? And you don't want to hear somebody come from work and just bitch. If you're coming home from work and bitching, why are you doing it? Right? Why are you doing that? You know, I've complained about work and you've been like, dude, just like look though, but like this is what you do and this is the money you made. You've came to me and been like, fuck this, fucking that. And I'm like, where are you gonna do this and make this money? Right? It's fucking crazy. If you're bitching about, if you fucking hate work that bad, why are you doing it? You know what I mean? Stack that money for a little bit. Go do something you want to do. Nothing is actually holding you back. If you're that fucking true and that fucking committed to it.
Side note.
You
are very right. Honestly, you shouldn't be coming home hating your fucking day. Side note. I don't know if anybody's ever had or debated on chiropractic stuff. Have you had much chiropractic stuff?
My wife's huge on that. I've done nothing, but I know I need to go.
Maddie and I have been talking about it at work.
Oh yeah, dude, Matt's huge with that shit.
Dude. No. He ended up saying that he was gonna finally go and try and go to this place because apparently, because of all this COVID lockdown shit and the fact that a lot of people that had money before, for example, even my old lady, she was used to working at a brewery, making mad money.
Great brewery.
Tips.
Great
galore, everything, the whole 9 yards, like with the amount of food and beer that she would sell in a night, like just that alone, even if it was just a small, tiny fucking tip, she would make so much money. Yeah, she was used to that, and now she hasn't been having that.
Yeah.
So Matt said that apparently, cheers to this, apparently because a lot of people who had money who were coming in, especially people like servers and other stuff who had money before, now they were going and getting their adjustments to feel good because they're always in their feet, they're alys moving, this and that.
They ain't going now. They're sitting at home.
They can't go because they don't have the money either because it costs money. Like I've been to, for one fucking, it wasn't even an adjustment. I went for like a consultation and it cost me like $90. And buddy charged me like an extra fucking whatever dollars to like do this random little thing where they like literally like had this little like popper gun where it was like he put it like on my shoulder.
Oh,
like,
it's a ka-chunk.
Not even that. It was just like a one little like ka-chunk,
like fucking
ka-chunk, like a little fucking ka-chunk.
Drops your shit back down to place.
And he did it like literally like 10 times. Like I mean 10 ka-chunks, like on my back, like for lack of any better way to describe it. And next thing you know, the dude's like, yeah, $90 for this, $30 for this. And then all in tax, it's $150 or $70 or whatever. I'm like, Tessa, what's your fucking? Because I was with Tessa at the point. She actually brought me there because I was at work.
Yeah,
I was at work. Literally, I called my boss. I shit you not, he was on the other side of the thing. I called him up. I'm like, Gary, I'm fucking literally leaving right now. He said, what are you fucking what?
Is that his real name, Gary?
Yeah, this guy's name is Gary. Yeah. And I was like, fucking Gary, I'm out of here right now, man. I'm fucked. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I don't know what I did. I said, I think I must have like moved funny when I went under one of the trusses of the thing because we were installing these things in the greenhouse. Well, no, I wasn't doing that. I was doing shading systems. So that
what's that place on the fucking side of the QEW?
Westland, or no, not that.
Something with an F on the end of it or an R?
Oh no, it's killing me. St. David's and shit like that. There's a few like St. David's. And
I talked to a guy today that worked at one of these places building it, and I was like, yo, you know my boy?
So I wasn't doing the building of that. I did the shades. So for example, if there was a plant like even weed, where it has to have a night cycle, these shading systems, depending on the cycles of the plants, they can fully black out. You can fully black out a section.
Oh, and it's darker than it's like
during no, even if it's day, you can black out a section. So when it's beaming fucking sunlight down, it's still black. So we used to install this shit. And I ended up telling the guy, look, I hurt my back going under one of the things. I don't know what it is. I got to leave. So I left midday. Didn't even get much of an adjustment. It cost me money. Anyways, Matt ended up texting me saying that he was going to go. He ended up messaging me back saying, fucking, they're doing deals because nobody's going. For new customers, they're doing like fucking promotions for like $30. You get your consultation and your first adjustment for like $30.
Yo, so I've never been to a chiropractor. Right? Never been to a chiropractor, but I have gotten a massage. I have done a professional massage. Right? Got a professional massage. Right? I was going with the wife. She was girlfriend at the time. And she's like, we're getting massages. And I was like, oh, sick. You know what I mean? He's covered under the benefits I had. I guess we have. And she's like, you want it? Like, what's up? Like, what do you want? I was like, I can't have a dude rub me. The dude is not rubbing me. She's like, really? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, I just, like, I'm getting a massage, gonna have my face down, just not want a dude rub me. What's your thought there? You got massages?
I have not, but I wouldn't mind, and I actually don't care, to be honest. Again, I don't care about the judgment because I already admit
I'm not
the fact that I would fucking do
homophobe,
it in the ass for $5 million.
I'm not a homophobe, though.
I would prefer, if I went for a massage that I was paying my hard-earned money for, I would prefer a guy. You want to know why? No harm to the ladies.
Stronger hands.
Dude's going to have some beastier hands than the woman, and he's going to be able to... I work hard. I literally pick steel up with my fucking hands, and I put it over here, and then I pick it back up and put it over here, and then I lift it up over here. Do a lot of shit, bare hands, with a lot of heavy fucking steel. I bend over 10,000 times a day. I fucking do dumb shit that I shouldn't do, like lift shit up off the ground, or lift bundles of steel, like that I shouldn't, like... I would 100% prefer if a man could dig his fucking hands deep into the tissues of my fucking body to the point of like breaking me like a fucking horse. Because I've seen videos, I've seen videos of like UFC fighters, like UFC fighters that are literally like, I can't lift my arm past this. And the guy's like, don't worry, I'll fix you up. And the guy's on the table like, ah! And when he's done, this agonizing, screaming pain, the guy's like, holy shit, I can fucking move my hand and arm and my shoulder. And to see people legitimately do that, I mean, it could be all faked, but some of the reactions don't seem fake to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fucking crazy thing. So,
especially with a dude's knowledge. Like, he knows.
I want a female massager, but I would do a dude chiropractor.
I would do dude for both.
Yeah, but it's what I believe why I want to do chiropractor is the same reason why you want to do that.
Because here's the thing. Here's how you look at it. Here's how I justify that. Back to the justify. Right. The reason why I'd want dude for both, I'm going for healing, not for pleasure. I'm not going to enjoy a sensual massage with fucking lavender scent. I would want a guy to do it specifically so that he could get deep down into the tissue, do what I needed him to do, hurt me that fucking little bit while he corrected the fucking muscle.
Like, damn.
And be done with it as like a medical thing, just like the doctor. If the doctor says,
here's my thing on it, right?
And I'm not discrediting women in any way because I feel like there's definitely some Helgas out there.
But it's the opposite, right? It's the opposite. I seem like a homophobe, and you seem like a fucking misogynist, right? It's the exact same difference. But it's not. It's not what it seems like. I guess that's why we got a disclaimer.
That's what it is. Like, I'm not opinionated in any way. I'm just saying I'd prefer. Like, I just want the strong hand deep.
My thing is. Like, there's always small talk. I want somebody behind me that's like, what do you do for a living?
I'm a steel worker.
You know what I mean?
What made you become a massage therapist?
I just think my thing is it's not gay. It's not fucking anything by any means. I just think it's awkward. It's awkward. That's a good word. But you know what? So where does it hurt the most?
What's awkward for you and what's awkward for the next guy?
Oh, it could be completely different. Yeah, 100%. This guy could be like, I'd be like, show me your dick. That guy's gonna be like, it's awkward. Where it could be a girl asking him that, where it's a dude who like, tell me where it hurts. You know what I mean? I'm just like, fuck. Like, what do I want to say? Like, dude, bro, my inner thighs obviously, but I don't want your fucking callous hands sticking up in there.
I don't know if I want to feel that grubby ass.
But I mean,
thumbnail that you got
even if I had a female fucking masseuse, I'm not gonna be like, right up by the fucking nutsack. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it. I'm like, oh, my calves, my fucking thighs,
get the creases, please.
My
you need to get those creases.
My fucking shoulders and my lower back. So it's just like you described your entire body. Rub it.
But
it's not gonna be like, I'm now doing your inner thigh. Just that it's the voice of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I heard a funny thing on the radio where they asked if your girlfriend would have like a deep, or what it was. It was like, I think I did a really deep manly voice, or the Foghorn Leghorn type style voice.
I'll say it.
Yeah. Or if it would be like, and then Buddy says, I don't know, it's her choice. He said, ask me to come to bed with you.
You tell me, where do you want me to put my hands?
That's it. The other guy leans close to the mic and goes, Adam, please come to bed with me, or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh fuck, Foghorn Leghorn.
I said, are you coming to bed with me?
Yeah. He's like, fuck it, Foghorn Leghorn, fuck that. I don't want that.
Please come to bed.
No.
But I mean, I got the same. You know, so you get the Foghorn Leghorn massage. You're gonna laugh.
I hear what you're saying.
You're laughing, but then you get the guy, and you're like,
that's an interesting.
If I didn't have such a strong will, this guy would probably take me to bed right now. I'm not even gay, but $5 mil is $5 mil.
Yeah. $5 mil.
Right? But
You know what?
that's I don't know though. But then again, at the same point, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go to my girl to get my fucking my shit lined up, right? When they're like, these guys are like, you go to a girl that cuts your hair, and I'm like, you go to a fucking broad that massage, you go to a dude that massages you.
That's
so
it.
I'm like, where are we at right now, right? The massage, you can't tell that who does it.
Fucking lie.
You know what I mean? So what's the actual difference, right? It's fucking weird. We'll get wrapping up, man.
No, that's Scotty trying to video chat me.
Oh yeah, she don't open fire. But yeah, I mean that's the big thing. Like, where's your treat go up, right? Where's your this for that, you know, male for this, female for this, male for this, female for, and like, you know, vice versa. What is it? Because it's fucking crazy, right? Like I don't know. It's bizarre what some people will choose over something, right? That's the same shit with me. Because I'm going to be like, well, I think that's fucking weird that this guy does this, but then I'm going to do this, and I'm like, that guy thinks that's fucking weird, right? And it's the fucking opposites. But it's, man, you got to get on with your fucking everyday shit. You got to, your everyday fucking life. Your everyday shit. And you got to fucking get that. Fuck, I just got an email from my fucking dad. Fucking tax return time. What up? Fucking tax return time. What fucking up? But yeah, no, that's a big thing. It's coming. It's fucking tax return time. Are you getting money back? You owing money? What are you gonna spend it on? First thing, if I get money back, first thing I think I would spend it on, new tracksuit. You know what? I think I gotta buy a watch for myself. Third thing, fucking vacation, man. Vacation. When shit open, you know, I'm not gonna say when shit opens back up. I'm gonna go to a fucking spa 2 hours from my house. I'm just gonna fucking pamper myself. I'm gonna pamper my wife. I got a fucking email from my dad, right? My fucking tax return checks. My uncle does my taxes. My uncle, you guys drive by my uncle's building.
Catch you later, buddy.
You guys drive by my uncle's. What up, Scotty? Oh fuck, he hung up, dude. I don't even think he saw that. Or he was like, fuck, this guy's over at this guy's house now. Right? Like, he'd be cooler if you were hanging out with fucking your girl.
No, he'd actually be like, yo, tell him to fuck off.
Right? Or like, yo, tell him to invite me over. Oh, it's cool, Sandtree.
No,
but, so I'm talking about this, right? Let's say you get I don't know what you get for your tax return. I ain't your fucking accountant. But like, you get a tax return.
Yeah.
What are you spending it on?
Right now?
Yeah, first thing you're spending it on. First fucking thing.
My car.
Souping it up, painting it off. Painting it? I don't know.
Painting it off. If I say, just for argument's sake, say I ended up getting $3,000 back, I'd put $2,000 immediately down on my car. As soon as the car payment came out,
yeah.
So my interest was in and all that accumulated for,
yeah.
I'd be like, right off the principal, wham!
Dick slap.
2 fucking G's.
Right?
Piece. That's saying, like, theoretically I got 3
back
from tax. I'd be like, 2 G's, bam, right there, right on there. Principal off the car payment.
All right, we got 1 G left.
And then that 1 G?
G-bar, G-note. Wad.
Tat.
What's that?
Tat.
No, $1,000 tattoo.
Not necessarily the whole G, but that.
No, but let's break it down. Let's fucking.
If anybody's ever been tattooed, I mean, I have a decent amount of ink in my body, and You don't go there with $300 going, I think it's going to be that much. And then
you're like, I want this, but like I'll settle for like this.
If you want, it doesn't matter what the fuck size it is. If you want a tat, you go there with like $1,000 fucking dollars, and then you get your tat, and then they're like, yeah, it's going to be 400. And then you have the 1,000, and you're like, here's your 4 plus a $50 tip or whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? Done. And then you have the money, and then you're not that dumbass that's like, oh, hold on, let me like go to the ATM for like a little bit. Like, you go there, and you don't say like, is this going to be $100? Like, because if you're getting quality work, it doesn't matter if it took 10 minutes or 10 hours. They're going to charge what they want because it took them 10 years to be able to tattoo
like you, and it's going to be
a
better deal than if they
not even just that. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it took somebody 10 years to be able to tattoo you in half an hour. So if they still charge you $400, you're like, what, $400 for half an hour of work?
You bought a painting.
Doesn't matter. Exactly.
You bought if you really like that painting and you want to hang it out on your house, you're like, it could be $100. You're like, fuck, I'm grabbing that. It could be $100. If you really like it that much, you're gonna grab it.
Not only that, do you really want to sit there for that much? If you're gonna spend, either way, it doesn't matter. I don't want to dive into that.
But you could get the same tattoo, and you're like, fucking guy wanted me to sit there for fucking $20 for that much, and then you end up smoking that more money in cigarettes, or fucking smoking that much weed, right? Doing that.
At the end of the day, if you get a tat for $20, unless it's your best friend doing it, you're going to be spending $400 to fix it.
It's the computer shit. You know what I mean? I can get a computer right now for $1. You're like, you start trying to turn it on. You're like, it's a $1 computer.
Yeah, the computer from Wish.com that shows up 4 months later, and you're like, yeah, I got it for $30 on Wish.
You know what? I got a $1 computer. You go to use it, and guys are like, yo, let's see that $1 computer. You're like, no, boys, trust me, it's a $1 fucking computer.
That's it. At the end of the day, I got a couple of $1 tats.
Shit's like one pixel.
$1 tats look like $1 fucking tats.
So we got to get wrapping this up. But the big thing at work with me is people are like, yo, you got tattoos? Like, you never show them, right? I always wear a nice button-up, nice flannel, a sweatshirt, whatever, wintertime. They're like, let's see your tattoos. They're like, all they see is like just a little bit. They're like,
little piece peeking out.
Yeah, and they're like, what do you got? What do you got? And the one guy at work, same guy that hooked me up with weed, has got a crazy tattoo guy. He's showing me a bunch of his tattoos on his body, and he's like, come over here, $250 minimum, but a $250 is like this. He's like, this is what I got last time he was over for this. And I was like, holy, like, that's fucking sick, right? Hooked me up with the weed guy, and not let down. By no means, think it's pretty solid. But guys at work are just like, what are your tattoos? So this guy was talking to me about my tattoos, right? The guy that's got this connection. I'm like, oh, I'll show you some. He's like, oh, fuck. So he's like,
connects like that actually aren't bad, because if you have a guy that can show you work, and say this is what it actually looks like, and he's dope. He's actually just looking to make a couple bucks and like have a good experience. If he's that, like, that is legit. But I'm saying, like, if you're talking, you're going to like a regular place.
But the crazy thing is, right, is I get chirped for this at this guy at work that's got a fucking, a quarter sleeve, and he's like, oh, you don't fucking show your, and I'm like, you show your tattoos every day, man.
What are you gonna flaunt it for, man?
And that's it, right?
On my leg. And the only reason anybody sees it right now is because I fucked up and left my laundry in the laundry machine.
He put a load in. He put a load in to not take a load out.
I put a load in because I was putting a load in and made me forget about the load I had in. So,
right. And that's it, right? And I looked at him and I go,
about how that, as you will.
I got tattoos. I go, I'm not telling you about my tattoos. You want to know what my tattoos are? And I go, I know what your tattoos are. You show them every day.
You show them every day. You know what it is? It's like those fucking kids. You know how many times I've seen it? Kids will get their fucking hand tatted.
Oh, yeah.
But then if you pull up their fucking sleeve, there's nothing up the arm. And you're like, yo.
They got visible tattoos.
Why did you get your hand tatted if you don't even have a sleeve? You don't have no other tattoos on your body, but you want to tattoo your hand just so everybody can see it.
That's a fucked up thing, right? This guy's got a fucking 3/4 sleeve. And I'm like, yeah, dude.
I mean, but then again, if you want to get your hand, get your hand.
But I go, but I'm looking at this guy and I go, middle of the winter, and you're just like, yeah, I get it, dude. I can see your tattoos. I get it. And he's like, what are your tattoos? And I go, no, it's cool. Dude, I was going around work, and they're like, I had older guys that had been there for like 20 years, and they're like, dude, what do you have, like racial tattoos? Like, is there a swastika on you? And I'm like, no. Dude, I'm dying. And I'm like, no.
You know what's funny?
No, and they're like, you don't show your tattoos? And I go, what does it matter?
If you ever honestly talk to a lot, like in a lot of cases, like anybody who has a decent amount of tattoos, a lot of people will tell you they do not like it seeing other people who have tattoos. Because a lot of cases, other people who have tattoos.
But they think they're sweating them. They're like,
they want to come and talk to you about it. And he's like, the guy, it was a comedian who was saying it. This dude's like face, like he's covered. And he's like, I hate it. Because people will come up to me and they're asking,
like, oh, you got a tattoo?
Where were you in prison? Or where did you do this, that? Oh, he's like, I don't care. I just have tattoos. Leave me fucking alone.
So that was my thing, right? I work, like, dude, people would see me. They're like, oh, where'd you get your tattoo done? What, like, you're not going to go there. I'm gonna fucking tell you the guy, and you're like, oh, set me up an appointment. And you're not gonna go there. I look like an idiot because now I tried to set you up.
Yeah.
Set this guy up an appointment. But it's like, I always said this with guys to girls, right? You know, on Instagram, you had all these sister leaves, you know, female cigar smokers.
Yeah.
Rockets, with tattoos, without tattoos. But like guys would be like, I love your tattoo. What is that? How do you love it, but you don't know what it is?
Yeah.
But that's automatically the first conversation starter, right? And it's even guys with tattoos, right? They're like, oh, you got tattoos? What do you got? What do you mean? What do I got?
Well,
Like, we're not exchanging Pokemon cards.
Some people have it as a conversation starter as opposed to a personal thing. Whereas I enjoy my tattoos as something that like, I'll
that's
check.
personal
I'll
shit,
be
but
personally
that's like
honest.
graffiti.
I'll be legitimately honest, dude. I get out of the shower, and I catch a glimpse of my shit in the mirror, and I'm like, yo,
dude,
looking sick.
So
I'm
I'm
looking sick. I got some dope ass shit, and I paid good money for a reason because I enjoy it. When
That's
I get
it,
out of the
though.
shower,
But
and
that's
if you get out of the shower and you like what you see, dude, I get out of the shower, I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, motherfucker.
No, you know what it is?
I am
you know
decorated
you know what it is?
nicely.
This is
and
what
I
this
enjoy
is.
it. I
Dude,
enjoy it.
you get out of the shower and you're like, yeah, what up?
But it's not for
Yeah, what's
anybody
up?
else. But it's not for anybody else.
That's it, you don't care.
Because
Dude,
you want to know what? I wear pants.
I fucking literally have zero tattoos.
That's what I mean, I wear pants.
Every episode I've ever done, you really can see my tattoos. And that's the same way I am at work. You see my tattoos, you're like this. You're like, what is that on your arm? And the guy at work is like, oh, yo, you got brass knuckles? Oh, you got this, you got that. Like, yeah.
Wait, you think I
He's
haven't
like-
lived in
he's
your
like-
life, bitch?
He's like, oh, what you got your chest tattooed? Yeah, I got the back of my arm. And then you start telling them, they're like, what?
That's like I got a buddy Adam.
If you got a pool at your house, you will see all my tattoos if you invite me over to swim in your pool.
That's it, yeah.
Dude,
I got a buddy that's like that. He actually purposely has done like the majority of his body besides his arms.
interview tattoos.
He literally
Those
has
are
like,
interview
dude,
tattoos.
like literally this kid is, I shouldn't say kid anymore. It's weird to say that because he's not a kid no more. But either way, this dude has like the majority. He has more tattoos than most people. Like his body, like is like covered, like chest, stomach, ribs, back, legs. Nothing on his arms or neck or hands or anything.
Everything.
So like the two, if he walks up to you just wearing pants and a t-shirt,
You
have
don't
nothing.
know, man.
It's
You
nothing.
don't know.
Nothing. But you see
Yeah,
that kid at the
yeah.
beach, he's body suited up, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
You have your ass tattooed, but you
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
see it. The dude walks up to you wearing a pair of Levi's and a fucking
Yeah.
plain tee. You'll never know the kid's got a piece of ink, and it's pretty sick.
So the crazy shit is growing up, right? You know, I did this shit on the road for a bit with BMX, came home, had a couple tattoos. And my mom's like, what are you doing to your body?
Yeah, my
Right?
mom.
Because they were completely against it, right? Until
That's how you get it.
they were against it, but then I'm like, hey, like, my dude's coming over my house, like my boy, they meet Scotty P. You know Scotty P. He's
He's fucking sweet. He's got
Yeah.
some sick work.
dude,
man.
he's got
some sick shit.
like a Welland Canal on the back of his fucking head.
Yeah, I know another guy. I'm not a huge fan of him, but there's a guy I know that he does have actually the bridge. He
Yeah.
has the
That's Welland
the main
hardcore.
Welland bridge.
That's
he
Welland
has that
hardcore.
across his neck.
That's
And
Rose's
it
neck
actually
shit.
looked so cool, and I was like, I don't like the guy, but
Yeah,
I really
but
like
it's
that
sick tattoo.
fucking tattoo.
But
I really
my parents meet this guy, right? And they're like, he's helping me and my old man do something. And my dad's like,
he's a professional, personable, nice family man.
he's when I set up my wedding party, right? My parents were like, is Scotty gonna be there? Scotty gonna be there? I'm like, yeah. And I mean, he caught some flack about tattoos at the wedding. And my mom was the first person to fucking boom, jumping down his throat. And I remember when I was back home after I did the road shit,
Your mom was backing him up, eh?
100%.
They
100%.
Shut your motherfucking mouth
Dude,
when you say a fucking
him
foul
and his
word
wife,
about this
he's
guy.
backing up. Right?
Yeah, because Misty's blasted too. She's blasted.
Dude, she's one of the probably top 10
Oh, yeah.
tattooers in
Oh,
North
yeah.
America.
Misty
North
Motors.
fucking America.
Absolutely
Right?
good.
This is,
Absolute great.
I got no tattoos by her.
Yo, you come to Canada? Anybody come to Canada? Misty
7
Minor.
moons. 7 moons.
Misty Minor tattoo.
7
You
moons.
get a
Promo
tattoo
code
from her.
craft beer.
Promo code boys from the fucking Welland variety, man.
Dude, that's it. But so
905.
I remember my
man.
mom seeing me and
Good
she's
shit.
like, when's gonna be the last one, right? And I had a couple fucking nautical stars on my arm naturally. I'm fucking younger, right? I had a couple nautical. She's like, when's gonna be the last one? And I was like, no, I'm done. She didn't see me for a while. She didn't see me for a while, and like a couple of, she's like, that's actually nice. Like that's actually cool. Like, oh, like you got a war seam on your fucking
Doesn't
up there.
look bad, yeah.
right? And she's like, oh, it's not bad, right? But she's been experiencing my fucking couple of my boys who she meets, and she's like, you truly can't judge a book by its cover. Like you can't look. And
You really
I came home with stretched ears, nothing. Nothing. Then I'd be out there fucking, washing my fucking, I think I had a car at the time, or a truck. I'm out there washing, no shirt on, this and that. And crazy white neighborhood where I live, small ass fucking town, right? It's like semi-gated. And like, she's like, it's funny how the neighbors stare at you when you're out there washing your car. And I'm like, yeah, I did BMX in front of fucking cameras and, I've always been filmed. But I'm like, yeah, it is sort of weird. I'm like, I was young and at the time I was like, yo, these guys, like, come over. You got a problem? Like, come over. Like, and my parents were like, it's just weird how this guy stares at you. You got a problem? Tell him to come over here and fucking talk to me. No. But it's just, that was the culture going from.
It's a shame that it's like that though, because I actually watched a video where a guy who's super, super nice dude.
No, you know what? It's not a shame that it's like that, because good people have met even greater people because of that. Because if everybody gave these people a shot, everybody's just normal. Nobody knows the truly great person that they are because they have that. Everybody's just generic, right? Yeah. Whether you could have black skin, white skin, fucking tattooed skin, fucking yellow, whatever race you are, or whatever else, whatever's on your fucking skin, it doesn't matter. You could have a person. I'm not gonna ask you what you hate, but like you could have a person tattooed and shit of something you hate, but you're just like, wow, it's nicely done.
Yeah.
You could see you could see a fucking car that you absolutely hate, but if it's nicely done, you're like, fuck, you know what? That's pretty
craftsmanship.
That's pretty sick, right? And you can't shoot that down. You can't turn it down.
No,
you can't. Like, you just like.
I
fucking hate that. But if I were to have that, that would be what I would have.
Craftsmanship.
You still have it.
It's all about that. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things that boils down to personal preference, and also the fact that you made a good point. Like, sometimes you never know, because like I said, that video I watched a video where they took a guy who's like so heavily tattooed.
Oh, they cover him up.
They cover him up, and beforehand they do a thing where he's like trying to change a note, because it's like in the UK. So he's like, "Can I get a note?" He's like trying to change like a 20 for a fucking tenner and some flies or whatever, or whatever it is. I can't remember.
Dude, they do the same shit with job interviews that I've seen.
And the guy and everybody's like, and then the same dude, they make up of this dude up and cover all his tattoos, and he's like, hey, can I ask you for directions? Can I trade a 20 for a tenner, 2 tenors, whatever it is? And these people are all like, yeah. And then a couple of people they actually reveal in the video, while they're talking to him, he'll ask them questions like, well, what if this was the case? Oh, I don't know. And then next thing you know, the dude busts out a fucking cloth and he starts fucking wiping himself.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden his face tattoos are coming, his ear tattoos, his neck tattoos are coming clear, his arm tattoos are coming clear. And the people are like, you know what? If I had seen you like that, I probably wouldn't have fucking trusted you. And you know what? It's a shame, because you're a fucking great gentleman. Right. And I was like, fuck, I want that video shared out, man.
It's crazy, right? Because it's preconceived notions. When I met my wife's parents, and I said we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna when I met my wife's parents, right? I come over the house.
Is definitely using up all, not to cut you off in any way.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this before. He says, yeah, he charges 40 per after this one. Remember I was saying people are doing like benefits, like it's cheaper now.
Oh yeah.
$30. He went in for a full consultation and adjustment, and $40 after for every adjustment. He said definitely
it's covered by our benefits.
After this, like he said, I'm using up all of his insurance money. He says he's going to use up all of his.
Let's bank. Let's get our fucking shit stretched.
Yeah, dude, we got
like our back stretch, not a shit stretch.
Yeah, not shit holes. We're not giving anybody else $5 million.
But you know what though? That's self care for something you make in an hour.
Yep.
Put it back into your body for fucking a lifetime. That shit's covered with your benefits. You pay into it. Why not fucking reap the benefits?
Speaking of that, I do have to go. I want to go for a full. Once we're allowed, I want to do like a full cleaning and some other shit.
Okay,
do all that, reap the rewards, man. Get the benefits, because why not use it if you have it?
You pay into it, right? It comes off your check, right?
Yep.
So you're like, why don't I use this? Like it doesn't. You don't save it. They're not just like, hey, it's been 5 years since you've used this. You now have X amount of dollars.
Speaking of that, I can't forget. I got shorted on my bonus. I got to fucking get to the bottom of that.
Get it, man.
Get that money, boys and girls. Get that money. And if anybody's shorts, always check your checks.
Hey.
Always check your checks. Make sure that 40 fucking hours or 50 hours or 60 hours or 70 hours, whatever the fuck hours you put in, make sure every single fucking penny of that goes to you. Because otherwise...
You know what? I got a good tip. The only people that suck you dry is your fucking wife, girlfriend, spouse, and the government.
Yep.
Those are the only people who let them suck you dry. That's it.
It's true. And you should willingly be letting your girlfriend / old lady / wife / mistress, whatever the fuck you got, willingly let them suck you dry. Don't willingly let the government suck you dry.
That's it, right? You got to get sucked out by one or the other.
One or the other, man. You can't be greedy.
Pick your suck. Pick your vacuum.
Pick your suck.
I'm a big Dyson guy, man. I love a heavy suck. Heavy suck.
Nice deep
So-
suction.
What I was getting at, right? Heavy.
Not for $5 million. We're not talking about other suction, not $5 million.
A nice
suction.
Dyson suck, I'll run you anywhere from like $300 to like $600.
Yes. Depending on how quality you want the suck to be.
So, wrapping up the notes. We gotta wrap up the episode.
It's been
I
a
don't,
while.
I don't know how long. It's probably been
We
like
were
2
just
hours.
going at it. Scotty
2 hours, but whatever.
was busting my balls. He's like, bro, I'm already back. It's actually 8:34 right now. I'm fucking giving her, guy.
All right, these are not thoughts. We're not going to comment them. We're not going to do anything with these. These are my thoughts. When I met my wife's parents for the first time 11 years ago.
Congrats to that, man. She's
Yeah, man, thank you. I'm
Motherfucker,
out
over
of
a
drink, but I'll
decade.
fucking sell.
whatever, pretend sip.
Met my wife's parents for the first time. I came over there with like a flannel shirt on, nice pants, fucking nice everything. You know what I mean? Nice. I was exact same haircut and exact same face as what I had now.
Dappered up. You
Right?
know what,
I mean, I
no,
thought I
dude,
looked
you know
good.
what? I gotta say, officially, for the record,
I got a fucking nice chiseled beard and nice
no,
jaw, nice
without it
jaw.
though, you pull it off without it though, man.
Thank you, man.
You got a nice,
I respect
you got a
that. I
nice
respect
chisel look without it. You pull them both off, and you know what? It's hard. My old lady brought that up. She said it's hard
that.
because
No.
I started growing the beard, and I was so used to
Yeah.
having the full shave.
Yeah.
And she said, you know what I gotta say? She said the fact that you can pull off.
You can do both.
Like
you
the
can have this or you can have
clean
that.
shave.
Yeah.
She said you don't look like a fucking baby child with a clean shave. But she said I also like the compliment of you having like
Yeah.
facial hair.
It's good. You do both.
pull
You
off,
can do summer. You can do fucking this.
you pull off the
but that's
clean
it. Shocking.
shave,
Dude, I'm
the 5 shadow or the beard. You pull them all off, and you've got the fucking buzz cut down to match too. So and you pull it all off. So
No.
kudos to that.
dude.
A man of many hats over here. Man of many
It's-
cigars, talents, hand hats. Fucking now I'm blowing
Dude,
smoke.
it's-
Just fucking.
No, I think it's weird because I came into work, right? I
It's
first
probably
got
got to be weird to feel it.
Oh, dude, I get out of the shower and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm
What
just
the
like,
fuck
I get out of
is
the
this
shower and I go like
bald
this with the
ass
towel and I'm good to
shit?
fucking roll. But so I go into work, right? People are like,
Probably nice to sip a glass of water and not have your lip wet for half
dude,
an hour.
water, eat hot dog, eat hamburger, eat anything, and not have shit on my beard. So-
God, Jesus Christ, it's so annoying. You take one sip of water and like literally this part of your face to here is like wet, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm
yeah, shit.
a
turns-
whole
it's on your
bounty
shirt
paper
now.
towel to fucking wipe my fucking face after one sip of water. I don't know what the fuck happened.
So I go to work. I go into work a day after I get this done, right? And I'm at my office and people are like,
Super fresh. Like,
dude, people
right.
are like, holy fuck,
Who
dude.
the fuck is
And
this
I'm like,
guy?
what? I'm like, yeah, I shaved my beard. They're like, dude, you look good. And I'm like, what the fuck's that mean? Like, would I look with
Did
a
I
beard,
look like
right?
shit with the beard? What the
You
fuck?
know what I
What are you
mean?
trying to say here, asshole?
Right? And I mean, dude, I was literally like calling people out like 5 times a day. People just come into the office like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, you know, and I was just like, what? Like, did I look bad with a beard? They're like, no, but like, they're like,
You're rocking the fucking shave too.
Driller shed it. Driller's like, you got a nice face. I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like, I still get a lot of preteen fucking acne on it, and I gotta use like crazy fucking face wash. But like, I'm like,
You know what though?
I had a sick
To
beard.
comment
I had a
on
sick
that-
beard for years, and nobody ever was like, dude, your beard is fucking sick. Dude, your beard is looking
Okay,
good.
but you but hold up though. You can attest to this. A lot of people, especially with the social media, chirped about the whole beard love thing.
Oh, so
That
I'm
was
a
a big thing.
hipster. I'm a hipster.
A lot of people
I'm,
chirped about the beard love. Like you can't like look at someone else's beard and go, "Oh, it's fucking dope," because everybody would be like, "Fuck that!" Like who cares? It's just beard. But then
Yeah.
at the same time, they're like, "Yo, look at my beard." So it was a tough line to walk in that regard. I think.
here's my opinion with it. I had a beard for a lot of years. I got taken care of to take care of my beard. That's why I was like, they're like, oh, what are you using your beard? I'm like, dude, beard buffalo, beard buffalo. They're like, where's that? I'm like, oh, it's a company on Buffalo. How do you get that? You know, I do shit for them. They do shit for me. But dude, like, you know, a big dude at work. He's a quality control guy. His name's Paul. I know you've met him.
Probably.
He lives just over
You
there.
know who I've been talking to? Timmy Ketch.
We'll talk about it after the episode. I got some words to say.
He's been snapping some shots in the shop.
I love him. He loves me. We'll go that. Finish your beer. We're splitting a Smalley. But it's
no, you're having the Smalley. I gotta drive, motherfucker.
boysenberry, lime, and lactose. Fucking
I'll have literally a sip. Like you're gonna pour one sip into this because I'm gonna be
Yeah.
responsible.
look
to
at
all
that.
any
Look
of
at
the
that. Look at that. Look at that
viewers out
color.
here. I'm responsible. I've had a toke and a sip, so I'm gonna relax for a little while. I'm gonna have a sip of water, and then I'm gonna
Liquid
bury-
death. Liquid death.
cautiously.
Liquid Death you're gonna have for water.
Yes, Liquid Death.
How did you like that, by the way?
I liked it. It was good.
It tastes like you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, it
Part of
doesn't taste
me,
like nothing.
part of me
Finish
was
that.
like,
Let me pour this.
part of me was on the bandwagon that was like,
I think it's trending.
this is ridiculous.
It's $3.
fucking
It's
water.
$3
Like,
tall boy for
but
water.
then the other half, I was like split because one half was like, you're a fucking idiot. Who would pay $3 for water? And then the other half of me was like, this can is sick. The idea is sick. And you know what?
It's not fucking
Fuck $3 anyways. It's $3 fucking. I got $3 in my fucking change cup in quarters. Fuck it. I don't give a flying shit. Fuck it.
Finish that. You gotta watch the color in this thing. Trust me, this thing is.
I hate to say it, but there was like sediment in the last one.
That's the good shit. That's it.
Actually,
That's
you
it.
know, there was
Yeah.
sediment.
Oh yeah, dude, wash it down, man. Let me pour this in it. Fucking swirl it down. That's the good shit, man.
Jesus Christ.
That's how you know. That's how you know if beer is aged properly. Seriously.
Sediment?
Yeah, okay, dude. I had the same shit in mind because I did the last part. You go half, split it, right? That's that good shit, man. That's the flavor. I don't even know where we're going, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the one and only shit show, aka Rebar,
The
aka
shit show. The
aka
shit talking.
fucking Stone Show.
Now it's becoming. You've been having me on for 2 episodes now. And
2 episodes
different
in a row?
Episodes I've been advocating
Dude,
for weed.
You can ask my boys. I was like, yo, we gotta have Dylan on regular. I was like, he's a good regular. I go, if you can
I'm
make
down,
it.
and we don't have to talk about weed. We can talk about anything.
No, and that's the crazy thing, right? But I feel like it's good for me to get it off my chest, and I guess express why. Like, you know, we did. Fuck. Now we're just fucking going on and we're gonna end it.
It doesn't.
We're gonna end it, but you know what? Next episode that the fucking crew is on, the boys, the fucking dangs, the fucking dogs are on. We're gonna get at it. Say it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been
Cheers,
another
everybody.
episode of the one and only fucking goddamn fucking Rebar.
One and only Rebar, baby.